Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Phil's Recap and Review. This is for The Walking Dead, the final season, season 11, episode 9. No Other Way. And after a long break, the first episode of The Walking Dead comes out this year. We've been waiting for this episode. We've been waiting for this night. We've been wanting to come out here and talk about The Walking Dead. We're, of course, a week behind for the hardcore Walking Dead viewers that watch this all a week ahead of time, but we might shift things and do that a little different. We'll talk about that as the weeks go on a little bit. But the real question is, coming off this episode, is did we get a good episode? Did we get an entertaining episode of The Walking Dead or not? We'll go over that tonight. I know my co-host is probably chopping at the bits and telling me to shut the fuck up, Phil, but we'll get into that in a minute. We're also not alone, of course. We have with us the live mobile chat. Right now, we got Atari Dad, Chalk Boy, and a few other folks rolling in the chat. I'm sure we'll have some other friends throughout the evening. Feel free to share your thoughts. You can also call on in at 781-990-8509. Again, that's 781-990-8509. My dog is deciding to really give her opinion of this episode of The Walking Dead right now. But of course, I'm not alone on this Walking Dead adventure. I have with me my co-host on all of this stuff. He's stuck because he has Sundays off now, so he can't get away from me to talk about this show. Of course, I have with me the amazing Joe Dirty Locks. Welcome, Joe. How's it going tonight, buddy? You got to unmute yourself. Sorry, Joe will be on in a second. I finally handled.
It goes good, my man. I'm back. I'm here, brother. Oh, good episode tonight, huh?
Yeah, no,
fantastic.
I don't know if you're setting me up for a troll here, but I actually.
Are you stacking votes over there in this poll thing you got going?
I might be. My poll is up. Was this a good episode? Was it pretty good? Was it all right? I'm going to start my case immediately because I think Joe's already trolling me here a little bit. I'm not going to say this was a good episode in the way that it was structured good and there was good acting.
Or it was good editing, good acting.
No.
Good
I'll challenge you on the second thing you said. I feel like there was some decent editing in this episode.
Okay,
there was some good action. Wait. Are we starting
because
already?
No, because this doesn't go past the first scene, right? Where the guy gets shot with Maggie's fighting with a guy and he gets shot with the arrow and she rolls her eyes and like tiptoes past him and like cut scene, big explode, or like right into big explosion and then like she's 100 yards away.
Well,
like it was horrible, dude. It was horrible right up to the fucking like the acting job on her part. Like,
I actually enjoyed Maggie in this episode.
No. By the end of the episode, when Maggie goes all like
Terminator,
super badass Terminator, okay, I'm gonna remember what I think, Maggie, because we had this conversation a couple episodes. I should have killed you all. I never should have let you walk away.
Well, good memory.
Yes, right?
I'm gonna need a drink for this one tonight, guys.
Like you knew right then and there exactly what Maggie was about to do.
I was wondering how far I was going to get to go.
Like the for what it's worth, the writers, the producers of The Walking Dead needed to give a moment like that because they've teased so many moments like that and been like, no, we have to make them do the right thing. And finally they did the right thing. Yeah, finally. No, I just felt like from the beginning, it was the only bright shining moment in the episode.
No, the bright shining moment
and still, right? Hold on. And still, there's Daryl who hasn't learned any fucking lessons from the time the show has fucking started. Right down to like taking any kind of fucking hostage for any kind of fucking reason whatsoever.
Right now to fast forward that we get 6 months down the road that we get at the end of this episode that I kind of like the editing there where we go from Maggie standing next to Daryl to a immediate dissolve to 6 months later. I like how this episode started out when we didn't waste any time. It was low on the Walking Dead stupid dialogue moments in this episode. You started off right from the beginning with like
so
bam.
Stupid fucking. You didn't need the dialogue for it to be stupid.
I don't care, but that Joe, my turn. Joe, wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. It's not just because I agree with you. It is stupid, but that's what I want. I want them to lean into the stupid, make it at least fun for me to watch. And it was fun for me to watch for the first half of this episode. That's all I wanted to say.
No, the back half was funner than the first half, and on top of that, if they wanted to make it any stupider, they would have to go straight up Mr. Bean, Monty Python fucking slapstick, National Lampoon.
Yes,
shit. That's the only thing they could do to make it less stupid or like lean into it any further.
Get Chevy Chase on this shit.
Dog shit. They don't need the dialogue to play it hard. Like right down to like, how about the editing where the whole basement fills up with fucking zombies?
Oh, the Muppet Babies.
Dudes in one corner. Even after they get out, right? Whatever his name is in fucking.
It's Aaron, corner. Joe. It's Aaron.
I thought Aaron died.
No.
In other episode, so I don't know who this guy is.
But that's Aaron, Joe.
And they cut away and they do some other bullshit and they come back and he's coming from a different side of the room on the fucking sewer pipe that happens to go directly to the fucking window he's got to escape from. So somehow he managed to climb up onto the sewer pipe hanging from the thing, but he can't climb up with a fucking window that's chest high.
If the guy from Def Leppard can play drums with one hand, he could do that with one.
It's fucking stupid. It was fucking stupid. And then the part of the pipe that falls is the part that has all the stress from all his weight finally off it, and the only thing really on it is like his legs at that point. And it doesn't collapse fully. It collapses from the other side of the fucking room where it's attached to the wall. Probably its strongest fucking point.
Well, other than all of that, it was such a great episode of The Walking Dead. Let's get into the live chat for a second before we break into
the stupidest fucking thing, dude. That whole editing, it was just stupid. And then, like, the girl shows up at the window, like, I'll be back in a second. Yeah, sure, sweetie, take your time, not hanging. And she comes back. Oh, wait, we don't see her come back. We just see a rope. A rope. How is the rope supposed to help him off that pipe without falling back into the fucking zombies? I'm confused about this. Did he tie it around himself? Did he use both?
They learned, Joe. In fairness, I think they went to filmmaking school 101. If you cut from the scene, you can make anything happen when you cut back.
Anything, right? Like, it doesn't matter how he got to the other wall. It doesn't matter how he got up onto the fucking pipe. It doesn't matter how he got halfway out the window. We actually got the rope from. What the fucking rope was for. How the rope was used at all, aside from being tied off and like taut.
And that's our show.
Still very taut after he was out. I don't get it.
And that's our show, folks. Let's get into the live chat for a second.
Good editing, Phil. It was great editing.
It was pretty good editing for this show. For this show, I mean,
for this show, no, Phil, stop.
For this show.
Because we've been able to shit on a lot of things, up to and including the special effects, which weren't anything better in this one.
Oh, I like some of the explosions and stuff. Things went boom. They weren't
any better at all.
Things went boom, and I like them.
Hold on, the rockets looked like shit in CGI coming off of that roof. They really, honestly, fucking did.
Yeah, they kind of
did.
And
on top of that, the head squish, underwater head squish, looked like shit. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on. I was like, okay, yep, of course, somebody jumped in.
I liked Aaron's. I liked Aaron's
head pop. Where's the person that saved him?
I liked Aaron's slow motion mace smash. That was pretty fun.
Oh, come on, right? Like, and then but we haven't really like the technical parts of this show have been the last things we
should on the special effects a couple of years ago. I think the special effects look better now than they did a couple of years ago. I think now they do a little bit better than a couple of years ago.
I'm not going to argue that point. I'm just going to say that there's but like
Kang improved that a little bit.
Even there was the filming in this one with like the home video kind of look at times.
Oh, you hate shaky cam shit.
And it wasn't just shaky cam shit. It was because it didn't shake that much. It just looked like home video. Like it looked very oddly filmed. Like this is something, like I said, we haven't shit on that aspect of the show.
No.
We really haven't. Like, we've given it its credit and its due. And I'm sorry, for the mid-third premiere of the last season, this is shitty. And somebody said it in the chat earlier, maybe Atari or somebody about just they they stopped working, they stopped trying, they stopped caring, they stopped putting in any effort. They're all looking for other fucking jobs. Please fucking fire me so I can go collect a goddamn check. I don't know what you want me to write different. Sorry, boss, I'm writing the best I can. Fire me if you want, because I'll be glad to go collect a check or whatever the fuck they get for getting fired for writers, because the writing sucks, the whoever's doing the special effects sucks, the editing sucks. Fire me, please. See, maybe she's in there herself being like, you motherfuckers can't do anything right, the ratings are falling and it's all your fault, I've got to do it all on my own. And something,
I mean, either way, Joe,
I don't know.
Either way, this show is going to end with a whimper, not an explosion. Let's get into the chat a little bit here before we start breaking down this episode. DJ says, dude, nice to see you. Have a good night, DJ. Great to see you in the live chat. Peter Griffin, great to see you over here, my friend. Centivia Major in the live chat, so tell me how bad it was. Oh, we are definitely going to do that. Atari Dad says, hey, Phil, the other Walking Dead shows are kind of crazy now. Apparently, the French started the zombie apocalypse, and fast zombies is a thing now for like the Fallout series. Peter Griffin says, one reason why they hate having animals in live action, never know what they do. Jesse's in the live chat. We got Negan saying he left Maggie to where I am. We have internet and a smartphone now. We got zombie issue. We got Iron Throne in the live chat. Negan, finally, this woman took my advice. We got Dirty Locks. Yes, we do tonight. Great to see Iron. Great to see Santovia. We got Merle Davis, Chalk Boy. We got, Total Joe Rant. Good way to start the episode. The most important thing that we learned is in this episode is that Dog loves Daryl more. Santivia missed your rants. A couple people missed your rants. Negan says we look great today. Bridge 4 in the live chat. The amazing, wonderful, incredible Bridge 4 in the live chat. Love you, buddy. Pardon my tardiness. No tardiness, Casey. We just started today. Wait, Phil, are you saying Aaron became a Jedi Master? Aaron does have some Jedi Master stuff. And we also have the Bloody Talker in the live chat. We have our voicemail line open tonight. If anyone wants to call in and leave us a voicemail at 781-990-8509. 781-990-8509. Joe, I have a question for you.
Hold on. I got to say one thing to Merle. Hold that thought.
Please.
The severance may suck, but I'm sure it's got to be better than being associated with the show any longer than you have to be.
So, Tony motherfucking Pajamas!
PJ Man.
Tony Pajamas. Okay, you can say that you didn't appreciate the editing, the way the action was filmed. I'm like going to try to get you to get one point here. Do you at least... I at least credit them for not... Okay, because for me, the first half of this episode suffered... The biggest problem that I dealt with in the first half of this episode is, to me, it felt like the last episode of the first third, was... This was its second half. It didn't seem like I was watching the beginning of a new episode. I was watching the continuation from the last episode. They ended the last episode...
This should have been last season.
Right, or not last season, but last 8 episodes.
Third.
Right, the last third should have ended with that big explosion type crazy shit instead of starting this episode.
Or no, really, it should have been like, there's probably something else in the middle of this 8 that they should have just taken these first 4 and shoved them into the last fucking season. And
I guess
it made it 2 fucking seasons. But like. Then we'd still be waiting another whole fucking
right, and that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, follow me here. What I don't hate is that and what I like about what this episode did to a certain extent was a previous season of The Walking Dead, and maybe this is a credit to the fact that we only have 15 episodes left after this point, would stretch this whole fight with this crew out for this whole season would be them escaping that one room.
That town or some shit. And like what every other fucking time would have happened is they would have come back with this episode being okay, back to people at the evil empire.
Right. And instead we got a lot of forward progress in this episode. We got rid of the Pope crew like that at the beginning of the episode, which I liked how it was sort of fast tracked to just flesh those losers down the toilet. We don't need them. I liked Maggie's conclusion with it, whether you could think it was edited or handled entirely correct. She made the right decision, and I liked Gabriel in this episode a lot. Seth Gilliam is a really good actor, and he was great on The Wire, great on Oz, great on pretty much everything he's been on. He's on a not a good show, but occasionally he gets moments and scenes and shit where he can show that he's a really good actor, and he had a few moments in this episode that I enjoyed. And
I only had one fault with Gabriel and the writing for Gabriel in this episode that I can think of at the moment, or I could think of at the time, or anything else. When Maggie opened fire and took out those two dudes,
yes,
and started walking after them, he should have started shooting too.
Yeah, he should have taken out the girl. He should have been targeting her and taking out the girl, because he's just as all in this whole situation as Maggie is, maybe even more. At least that's what we've been told by him.
Yep, and as far as he knows, that was always the fucking plan, because he wasn't behind the whole. He wasn't with them when they plotted out the whole. Let's work out a trade. Right?
I don't think so.
He's been on his own since the start of
Were you surprised with the sniper situation when it ended up being Gabriel?
Of course not. Of course not. This whole thing was stupid.
I almost had you saying some good stuff there. We're back to
that whole thing was stupid. Like I said earlier when we first started this, like Daryl hasn't learned a fucking thing with taking a hostage ever. Like, what, you want to beat him for information? Beat him enough to tell you everything. He'll tell you exactly how many pubic hairs you have.
And Daryl's also a little bit of a douchebag in the sense that it's like, do as I say, not as I do. It's okay for him to kill a guy, but when Maggie and the ninja dude and Negan, all three of them can't take down one guy, and they finally do, and they want to kill him. Daryl's like, no, don't kill anymore. I killed the last one. And
the big sadistic one that was carving up the other one of their friends in the fucking basement. No, we're going to let him live. The one that killed the guy's sister. No, we're going to let him live. We're going to trade him for our own freedom, because these people are so fucking understanding and have been from the start. Are you kidding me? And like, this is the same old, it's the same old trope that they use. They're going to, in 4 episodes, we're going to have Carol maybe, or
no, we're changing things up.
Or someone else that's going to be like off the loose, or trying to kill someone.
Do you? We haven't talked about
Maggie, who's like, no, wait, don't do it.
Well, Joe, for the very first time, we actually, whether you like it or not, The Walking Dead did include a new mechanic for The Walking Dead this episode with the flash forward. So we know 6 months from now, Daryl has
never used this mechanic.
Daryl has ingrained himself into the stormtroopers, into the community, and they're attacking or getting into some disagreement with Maggie, who's decided to stay at home. So there is some sort of tension, I guess, that got built up. Yes, Seth Gilliam was that whiny jerk. Clayton Hughes, I think that was the name, on Oz. How have they not shot Gabriel yet? Asked Santivia. And why is Gabriel still wearing the priest collar?
Yeah, his perfectly white, unstained, beautifully shiny. He's got the shit to get blood out of that thing. Maybe he makes a new one all the time.
He bleaches it.
Found some cornstarch too. Keep that thing fucking fresh.
Yeah, he's got
fucking kidding me.
He's got some bleach.
Where does he keep finding these black shirts? How long have we been in the fucking the universe?
Well, we saw a guy in saw a guy in this episode with the coiffed suit and all that stuff. Okay, so the one thing that we didn't
department stores.
The one thing we didn't talk about yet is at the end of the episode, conveniently at the right time, right after our other group shows up, I guess hot on their tails in the back, and in Master Hunter Man, Daryl didn't sense all the stormtroopers following him about 5 minutes behind them. But they get back to the camp. They get back to the camp.
And stupid fuck brain doesn't think to be like, hey, let me go out front. Let me be up front. So they'll see me coming at least. And I'll be able to say, "Hey guys."
No. Let's lead with the soldiers, and I'll start running from the back like a crazy person. Negan in the live chat again says who's finally escaped the team. So we get two more quick things to talk about before we get into a recap. Negan, The Walking Dead for the past 2 seasons, the group of our main characters get trapped in untraceable situations, and then somehow they magically make it out and rinse and repeat. We do have dry cleaner issues, man. Okay, so are you at all interested? I think I know the answer to this, but are you at all interested in the Commonwealth storyline and that they push that up? I think I think that's where we are for these 8 episodes. I think
I'm not interested in it because, as far as I'm concerned, I don't see how they're going to write anything different, and I don't have any faith in the writers that they'll be able to write any kind of this like Commonwealth political drama with any kind of depth, non-cliche, like TV trope bullshit. I have zero faith in it. And after what we saw today for a season, mid third season premiere, third. Yeah, like I have no faith in it. In anything action-wise looking good.
Do you have faith for a potential Rick Grimes return? Do you think they're saving all the good stuff for when Rick comes in the last 4 episodes?
For whatever it's worth, I hope all the stories about a Rick Grimes movie and a Rick Grimes return, I hope
fan fiction,
all of it is Rick Grimes telling them, Lincoln telling the producers, yeah, sure, I'll sign on for that. You get it written, I'll sign on for it. Sounds good. Yep. Oh yeah, check it out with my agent. Oh, sorry, COVID. Sorry, COVID. Sorry, COVID for the last. Hopefully,
I'm doing
Andrew
a stage play. I'm doing a local stage play.
Right, exactly. Hopefully, he has wiggled his way the fuck away from it. I do not wish this upon him. I feel sorry that Maggie's other show did not do well, that it sucked so bad that it couldn't do well, that she had to, wanted to, or did, for whatever the fuck the reason is, came back to this. I feel bad for her. Thank God Michonne got out. She is not fucking
She's not coming back. She was
like, thank God they let me.
We might get her to do a voiceover with a letter.
I hope she doesn't. I hope she
a voiceover with a letter. Here. A voiceover with a letter from Rick.
Whatever. I just really hope they don't. I hope anybody who got the fuck away stays the fuck away. From what I can see, AMC has done nothing but fuck the people over that have signed on to this from the beginning, from Frank Darabont all the way up to fucking Robert Kirkman and everybody else concerning financing and money, and they fuck us left and right with the extremely long and repeated and over again commercials like that sometimes almost weigh as heavy as the amount of episode that we've been seeing.
Someone in the live chat said the highlight of the episode for them was the Better Call Saul commercial.
Yeah, right. Like honestly, I really hope that this stops and these people that got away. No, but they still have this other show that's on the air.
Yeah,
and
they're having the anthology, and they're having another anthology series come where they're going to bring back all the other characters. Then they're going to have the Daryl and Carol series. We're not getting away from this ever, but we are. That's
unfortunate.
We're getting away from this.
We are, absolutely, and I hope those that did stay the fuck away. I don't see any reason why Andrew Lincoln should come back at all. And because as a fan of the parts of the show up until a certain point that he was in it till, I was a fan, and I'm a fan of his, and I don't want to see him come back and have to do any of this. But in fairness, Joe, this is bad TV.
In fairness,
now. Why would he do that to himself?
In fairness, because he is responsible for the foundation and the start of the show, so he probably has a feeling of legacy, and he's not doing much else other than theatrical work, probably, or whatever else he's doing.
Wonderful. Tom Brady, I wish you the best of luck. Now that you're done in Tampa, please go to San Francisco and win another goddamn fucking Super Bowl. And when you're done there, hit up any other goddamn franchise. You keep doing it, you beautiful fucking bastard. Andrew Lincoln, you do the same. You stay the fuck away and you tell Belichick and Kraft to go kiss their ass.
How'd you make this about Brady?
Running this.
No, I hear it.
I don't know how I did, but it always
comes
Brady,
Joe,
man. It always comes
except
back
when it's about this. Recap! Oh my goodness, I can't wait till Better Call Saul. Okay, so let's get a little quick little timetable of what's going on here on the channel. So Joe and I are going to be talking here about The Walking Dead for the next 7 weeks after this, and then literally the next week, Joe and I will have to talk about how we're going to do this because of his work situation. Maybe he'll we'll figure it out. But Better Call Saul, I think, airs on Monday nights, but I'm not sure what time. But we'll talk about this off air. But the week after, we'll have Better Call Saul starts, and then we've got The Boys coming up. I'm going to be talking about the final season of Ozark. The next part. I'm also going to be talking about the final season of Stranger Things. Joe's welcome to join me. I don't know if he's a fan of that series and following it through, but the final season is going to be coming on soon, and we're going to be talking about that on the channel. I'm going to at least watch an episode of the Lakers series, and we'll check that out too. And there is vodka today. And someone asked us if we saw Squid Game. We have. If you go back to a couple of episodes ago, you can see Joe and I talking about Squid Game after on a roundabout show. And I know Joe can't wait to talk about some Peacemaker as well. So we'll get.
That show was fantastic.
That
show was fantastic. That season was great.
Yeah, maybe we'll get into that a little bit at the end of the episode.
There's no little bit. There's no little bit with that show.
Well, maybe we'll do a whole episode on the whole season at some point. We'll do a dual episode because I have another series I want to talk about as well. So a lot of good stuff coming up soon. You should have said that, but the boys are back in town. You should have said that before the recap's like, hey, Phil and Joe, got to go to bed early morning, but our Atari Dad, have a great night, man. Great to talk to you.
Good night.
So we'll yada a little bit of this, but I said this is an episode I liked for numerous reasons. Now, Maggie, the leader of the group, Negan is the episode starts right away in back in the town, and they're right where we got left off with all the missiles and everything coming after them. And sorry,
missiles. The
missiles or whatever. What was that thing actually?
They looked like half sticks or multiple half sticks. I don't know I can't tell you the exact name for it, but it's a fucking boat. I don't know. I guess almost like I want to call it a ballista, but I know that's wrong. I don't know. Someone out there is going to put in what it is, but it's basically like a bottle rocket launcher. Yeah. Those are just big bottle rockets, like one of those half sticks on them,
like a cake or something.
Yeah, no. And
hey, Mandrell, great to see Mandrell in the live chat.
I just didn't see it being an effective weapon.
No, it ended up not being because it
basically all anybody in that courtyard has to do is like run as fast as they can to the bottom of the building, the roof that it's being shot at off of.
And some of the people that got some of the people.
Wait, am I wrong? Did I just beat it? Like, am I wrong?
I mean, that's why none of our
doesn't that do it?
None of our crew got hit by it. They all did that. It seemed like the only people that got hit by it were her own men that didn't think about that very thing right there. So Maggie's group, Negan is scared. They say, "Fuck the food, let's get out alive." And Maggie's like, "No, we're here. We're gonna wait till the sun and we're gonna kill them all." And then we see the bad guys hunting them, and we hear Daryl's ex-girlfriend say they will all die. So then we're back in the town, and this scene was a really weird scene. This was probably my least favorite stopover scene of the entire episode, is when we went to Rosita and her little crew on the stairs, just like casually.
Oh, like twice?
Yeah.
Like three? Yeah.
Yeah, just casually hacking zombies. Like,
and that the pile's not getting bigger, and they're not being forced back any the entire time, right? And then, like, when they just decide to, they're like, okay, everybody out the half first floor window,
Yeah,
because it wasn't even all the way up the steps, right? They weren't. They were like,
and that's the thing, Joe.
And there's the window.
There's people like coming and going the whole time. Like Rosita's there alone. The other girl, I don't know her name, the big one,
comes down the stairs. Is like, all right, something.
Yeah, and then Lydia leaves. Lydia comes back. It was kind of weird. It was
stupid, dude. It was absolutely stupid. Like they either weren't killing any of the zombies, or weren't. I don't know what. Like suddenly, none of the zombies could go up the stair, or get past the 3 that were in
or
the front
bite,
of them.
as we'll get into.
Bite, like, oh, poor Alden. I'm gonna cradle your head next to your mouth, and you're not going to bite me as I.
Or we'll get to the kids in a second here. Remember when Maggie didn't get on her nerves? Yeah, those were simple.
These fucking zombies take down full-grown men just by laying a finger on them. But these 2 little kids dancing on top of a wet table with their wet shoes are able to do all that and then swim away from the room full of, like, they just decide to one by one, walk down. They're all piled against the door at the top of it.
Speaking of which, we're off to the Muppet Babies in the basement, flooding with very clear water that looks like chlorinated water. And Judith in the Muppet Babies will hold the door, and the hand comes through, but it's a good thing the thread is small because the water looks so clean. But the bad zombie gets on through. Off to Jerry and Aaron talking about how they fucked up and something about a fire, and they got to figure something out. And Carol and Magna and that whole crew come in and they talk about some stuff. I don't care. Aaron yells at them and says they have to go stop the fire, and because Aaron hears the whistle of his. For some reason, the little kid decides to blow the whistle there, not earlier, and because Judith had it up until that point, but that everything is fucked.
Stupid.
So we go off to Gabriel walking around, avoiding a sniper who hesitates to kill Daryl, and then so we have Gabriel limping, drawing, being a target there for the sniper, for Daryl to sneak up behind him and kill him, but the plan's flawed because the guy had.
What the plan was always?
I guess, but it seemed like the guy had a really long time to shoot Gabriel, and he hesitated for a while. And then it's almost like when you touch a pan that's hot on the stove and you keep your hand there. It was like a moment where he's like, "There he is! I got him in my sights. I got him." And then Daryl's
not gonna shoot him.
And then Daryl's like coming at him nice and slow, like, "I'm coming at you," and he's like, "I still got my shot. Okay, let me fight Daryl." It was a really weird transition. You mean
it was strange or bad
choreographed? For me, it was the way it was choreographed. Weird.
Okay. All right. Filmed.
The editing was good.
Filmed.
The editing was good.
So it was the way it was filmed. Okay. Yeah.
No. It's the way it was choreographed. In a stage way. That's true. That is true. I'm gonna go through a rough time. Santovia, lots of love from me. I know a little bit about it. Seen some stuff. Sending you a huge hug to you and yours. Lots of good vibes and lots of hate for The Walking Dead to try to make you smile here tonight. Okay, so we go off to Gabriel walking around avoiding the sniper, whatever. And the guy comes at Daryl for Pope. But Daryl fights him, and it's in the kids' class, and dude gets stabbed, but Daryl checks his ass goodnight, and he wins, and blah blah blah. And I said, "Good."
Oh, and then Chicky and number 2 come out, and Daryl hides behind
the chalkboard. But great visuals, no dialogue. Is this a different show? Daryl escapes.
Great visuals, amazing dialogue.
Is this a different show? Angela King has settled the situation. The show is great. Okay, so we go off to Judith and Gracie. They're in trouble, but they'll be fine. Don't worry. Aaron is here with a metal hand to break them out. She's scared. She can't get through, but do you know what will get through, Joe? A slow motion hammer.
Oh, right? Like the slow motion jump, the A-Team. They pulled a fucking A-team
Dun, dun,
off the
dun,
top
dun.
of the van.
Dun, dun,
Are you kidding me? They did the tackle. It was stupid, dude. It was so dumb. I like that slow. Wah, 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 wah. Did they do the bionic noise too? I'm not sure. I don't remember.
The $6 million man. Santovia, if I can just, Joe and I can just make you smile and forget the bullshit for even 5 minutes tonight. We're doing our silly ass job. So lots of love to you and everyone connected to you right now. Okay, so we go off to Judith and Gracie. Aaron, he flies through the sky with the greatest of ease and smashes zombies with his metal sneeze, and he destroys people. And this scene was really fucking stupid. I'm sorry, it was really stupid. What I liked about this episode, when it comes down to it, all jokes aside and fun aside, comes down to, and this is where we slightly disagree in the sense, I enjoyed the beginning of the episode and the way they handled the end of the Reaper's arc really quickly. That reminded me a lot of the way they handled that storyline when Carol went in and destroyed everyone.
Wait. Who are the Reapers?
These dudes, aren't these guys?
So that didn't end in the first half of the episode. That took the whole episode. They didn't kill the last of them until after, like, we got a hostage, and now Maggie's going to get all big badass.
Let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that.
It took the whole episode.
Let me rephrase that. The part of this episode I liked was the Reaper story part. I enjoyed that section of the episode.
Right. All the Alexandria shit was
really stupid.
Fucking bad.
Really stupid. Really fucking bad. Yes.
That it made so the Alexandria was such bad diarrhea.
Oh, it was.
Right? Was every bit of the sewer drain that fell that fucking what was his guy's name? The fucking
Ed Norton.
Ed Norton was hanging on there, right? So Ed's hanging on.
I didn't know what you meant.
And that shit that came out of that pipe, right? That sewer pipe that he was hanging on, that was so bad that it made the absolute dog shit of the rest of the episode look kind of good. If it weren't for the bad effects, the bad editing, the bad choreography, as pointed out by you, all like just the like yeah, okay, sure, there's your bright spot, Phil. That half of this episode, not the first half or the last half, but like the Reavers or whatever the fuck they are, that
Reapers
wasn't as shitty as the shit that fell from the pipe that Ed Norton was hanging on.
I'm glad to hear you say something good about the episode. Straight. I'm glad you said
okay. This shit didn't smell as bad as this shit, but hey, dude, that's still shit on the plate. Like,
hey, if there's varying degrees of shit, there is.
Don't feed me diarrhea and tell me it ain't shit just because it's soup.
Mm-hmm. It still goes down easier, Joe. It still goes down a little easier. So, oh my God, focus is all fucked up. No, don't do it. Because it's focusing on Lotus in the back right now. You're messing me.
Oh, okay, she's cutie.
Yeah, no,
she should be focused on her.
I know. I almost want to just want to closen up the camera on her. So
no praises.
It's true. That should be the quote of the episode, Ian.
That was praise. That was high praise.
Exactly. I heard the same thing you did, Ian. I heard high praise. I heard fucking high praise. Oh goodness. Okay, so Judith and Gracie are in there. Aaron pounds through in slow motion, and the walker gets attacked under the water, but Aaron is fucked. Oh yeah, Judith stabs down, but she loses her weapon under the water too. And they focused on that for a second. So
was that the sword she had already lost, or was that a different knife?
I think it was a different knife. It looked more.
It was like a bread knife.
It looked more like a Jason knife, like a machete. But I'm not sure.
I don't know what the fuck it was, but like, the way the fuck she got it, or why the zombies are so weak when they fight the fucking little girls.
Hey,
I'm so fucking serious.
They
all bend over for her to chop them in the head, like, oh,
and none of them bite. There was a moment where her hands are like right next to them, and they're just like
Everybody else gets stuck on shit. They're like, she's just kicking them in the head one by one.
Joe, it's Club Reaper. Merle says it's Club Reaper, and Tig is the president now. So the kids are frozen, but okay, the kids somehow find a way to climb to the window. We don't actually see how they made it there, but they did. But one walker is coming, and it's scary. Keeps coming. Will Aaron survive as he gets the kids out the window? We'll have to see. But we don't see. But we don't see how he survives because the scene cuts. And can
we talk about the awful head pop underwater? The awful special effects. Did we talk about that?
Not at length. Why don't you explain the scene? I'm not sure I quite remember.
No, that's all I remember. It just was awful. That's it.
Just awful.
I just wanted to bring it up again. We don't actually have to talk about it. But I just wanted to point out that this was the part that happened that I mentioned earlier.
You're like, well, I don't actually want to talk about it. Come on.
Not that. No, it was horrible. It was bad. Yeah, that's all I have to say. And that's all I have to say about that.
That's all. That's all I have to say about that. Okay, so we go back into Gabriel sneaking and messaging as we have the priest versus priest battle 1-on-1 as they talk, they support, they talk, they judge, they talk, shitty talk, back forth.
God, you don't hear God.
It's I hear God. Oh, no, you don't hear God. Yeah, I don't hear God.
You hear the devil.
You don't hear.
That's the devil.
Bobby Boucher, this guy's the devil. And then Gabriel hears the voice of Kathy Bates in our head, as we all do sometimes, and he decides to stab him.
Norman, mother says stab him, Norman.
And he stabs him, and that's it about that. One of my favorite scenes in the episode. I thought Gabriel was cool in it, and I enjoyed. I enjoy the enjoyment he takes in it. I don't know.
As soon as the guy stepped forward, he should have chopped him right in the fucking face.
Yeah,
why
but you need
slow down. Why even pretend?
Drama.
Drama, nothing.
Drama.
Are you fucking kidding me? Gabriel, you should have fucking shot him in the face or chopped his face off a day ago, whenever the fuck it was, the last time you saw him. Are you kidding me? And then oh no, he's philosophizing about God with me. Mr. Wishy-washy, back and forth, fucking killed.
No, I think, honestly, just not to give The Walking Dead credit here, didn't the other guy have a weapon as well? I think he was...
He put it away.
Not yet. Not yet.
At first.
He was waiting. The only reason why Gabriel didn't come out in full force, he was waiting to disarm him and get him in a moment where he's calm.
He's like this. The guy puts it away, and he's still like this, and he's still like this, and Gabriel goes like this. Oh. And then they hear a noise, and he goes, oh, now I stab you. No.
Now I stab you.
Oh, look, he put it away. Slash! Die!
I love your impression. I love your impression of the Walking Dead writers there. I stab you. And then Gabriel will go. And then Gabriel will go, I stab you. I stab you, priest. So I saw him. Joe's New England is showing, people say. Mind the drama. Let's listen to our first voicemail of the night by our by our good buddy Tim.
Yeah, Phil. I love my old phone. So you're gonna see this right there, yeah, Cody, shut the fuck up, Joe. But anyway, so like I say, Joe, I agree with you, but really, I think it would be a better set. The babies just don't show up for work. Although, I don't know, it seems like they did that after season 6. Yeah. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later there.
Absolute. Tim, thank you so much as always for the message. And we do have one more voicemail we will play in a bit. If anyone else wants to get their voice in the show, definitely do that at 781-990-8509. We'll get to your voicemail in a second, Jay. We're just going to get a little bit more in this recap so we can not talk about The Walking Dead for a few minutes. Okay, so we get back to Gabriel sneaking, and he messes. Dude is like, whatever, he kills him. So we go back to Maggie leading guy number 1000 into a trap as he thinks he has the best of her in Ninja
Oh no! I'm locked at the end of the hallway.
I can't get out the door.
They set that up real well while rockets were getting shot at them all in the courtyard. They were like, okay, quick, before these rockets hit any of us, after this explosion goes off, or this guy explodes in front of me, and I miraculously walk away.
Let's have you lock all the doors.
Like, yeah, okay. You guys, you wait here and you wait here, and after you hear me go by, I'll knock on your door twice, Negan, and then I'll knock on your door, and then I'll go, oh no, I'm trapped.
Negan, definitely leave a voicemail. Do not hesitate, my friend. And yeah, they were setting up like a Benny Hill joke with her going in and out of doors and stuff for a second. Okay, so let's continue here. So they set it up there, and they all come out one at a time to go fight him. And okay. This is, again, where it was choreographed in a weird way. I guess it was set up in a hallway, so they couldn't all three of them attack him at once. But it did seem a little bit flash.
Are you kidding me? It's all the rage with those martial arts with hallway
No.
fights.
But what I mean is I'm insulting it. I want you to be clear what I'm saying. I've seen all the Marvel Netflix series. I know this can be done right. This to me seemed like it was choreographed by the Arrow choreograph people, where it's all clean around the edges and everything's moving in unison, like you're watching my stage show with me sword fighting or something. It
looked bad.
It looked choreographed, very, very choreographed.
Yep, none of these actors can do action.
And it seemed like they waited for one at a time. And I know this guy's more trained than the three of them, and it was interesting how he's but they didn't do it in a way to make it seem like they were all ganging up on him in the right way. I don't know.
Or like any of them are actually badasses and have been fighting for their life for the last 10 fucking years.
No. And Negan's like, there's one point where literally I could see Jeffrey D. Morgan counting to 4 while he was waiting to come in with his bat swing to time it out right. He was like, like he was waiting. There was like this hesitation, and I don't know if they were waiting that he wasn't going to hit.
You see the guy like who's getting up off the ground. Yeah. And then go in.
It was very, and again, Joe, that's not editing for me. That's poor.
No, that's choreography.
Choreography was arrowy and CWE. If in threat of saying it a different way. But anyways, they do get the best of him because suddenly Negan decides to leave the room and go get a bell.
Did the hallway look oddly wide to you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't that narrow. But I want to get to how the whole thing got solved, because as I was setting up, I heard Angela Kang's explanation for why they did this. So Negan goes into the office.
We wanted to copy something else that worked somewhere else.
No, it wasn't even.
Poorly.
It was maybe, but that's not what she said. It was Negan. I just want to rewind it to the people that might not have watched. So Negan goes into the office. And he gets a bell with some powder.
Yeah, he's like, "Ooh, what's over here?"
Yes.
Well, these two are getting murdered in the hallway. let me duck out the back.
So he ducks out the back. He goes and grabs a wrestling bell and a foreign object, and he grabs some dust that
it was a fire bell and some sand from a sand bucket.
Right.
It's an old building. Instead of having a fire hose,
right,
for some reason they have a sand bucket and a fucking fire bell.
You don't want to waste water. So
wait, no, because this is the building that Maggie
and Joe, you just treaded on Angela Kang's thought. They did that to show that Maggie was a responsible leader that would have the bell in there. And that's
with the
sand.
Store, the sand to put out the fire, the bell to alert the people who are living at the hidden stashed storehouse.
Apparently. So
right, because that. Right. So because if that building was on fire, I don't know.
Right. Yeah. So that's why they did it that way. That's why Negan went and got the wrestling bell and threw the dust in the eye to show that Maggie was a good leader.
And they had like the neat little hidden closet already set because that was Maggie's hideaway fort stash house.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good
Yep.
stuff. Good stuff. Quality. Okay.
Yep.
So it, as Santovia Major says, it's turned into.
No, that was fucking hilarious. So that really was Phil. Hey yo, and then he the good timing on the dude on the ground. He didn't fuck it up, but he helped out by throwing that fucking.
Dude, it was like I'm watching you in a fight somewhere. You're fighting two guys. I'm like, Joe, I'll be right back, and I just like go. I went to the bathroom. Yeah, I went to the bathroom to go get some sand or something. I'm like, wait, I got some sand.
The wrestling bell, ding ding ding.
Look what I found. Let's do this. Oh my goodness. I'm looking at the poster in the background. And almost all the characters are dead. Yeah, it's true. On the I had the more modern. I had like a modern version of this with the because Jay in the live chat had called me on there before. He's like, why do you have all the old characters there? But I figured for the final season, for the legacy season, we go back to the characters that made the show when the show was fun. And the characters that are up there, generally speaking, are when I think the show for me was at this point when this picture was taken at its sort of peak, the peak
That's
Walking Dead.
50, no?
What was that? Maggie's alive. I'm pointing at it. You can't see my arrow, but Glenn dead, Maggie alive, Tara dead, Carol alive, dead, Bob dead, Sasha dead.
Those three are dead.
Yeah, she became
Then
a captain of the
alive,
Enterprise.
so
No, dead, alive,
dead, alive.
alive, dead. No one remembers her.
Dead, alive.
Dead, alive. Okay,
one more dead than alive.
Right. I gotta get some X's. We gotta get some.
Yes.
We gotta get some.
Yes.
I'll have that for next week.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll X out
Murder X's in blood.
in blood.
X them out in blood.
Yeah, I'll work on that.
Oh, that's fucking yes.
Okay, so
A question mark over Grimes' face.
yeah, no, totally. The Riddler question mark over Grimes' face, 100%, Joe, 100%. Santovia Major, yes. Tara dead.
Oh, Michonne gets one too, I guess.
No, she's alive. We found. Well, maybe they might kill her at this point, just because she's not coming back. They're not getting her. They're not getting her on this fucking show again. I appreciate the balls of the old BBC producers of the 70s. They didn't care. They just filmed. They just didn't give a shit. Okay, so the Maggie is okay. So this guy, they're about to kill him. They finally knock him out with the belt, with a bell. Maggie gives the sword to the ninja guy, that Elijah, I think his name is, and the ninja guy gets up to go stop, or he says, "No, Maggie, you do it." And Maggie goes to finally slow motion kill this guy again, and Daryl comes running out of nowhere after already killing one of these dudes himself.
Use him.
We're gonna stop.
Yes, because using a prisoner and a hostage has worked out so great.
Yeah.
And all the instances of which you have used it, that person has either lived, nobody in your team has died in the negotiations of said hostages, even when it's been your people taken hostage for any kind of reason and a negotiation took place to get them back. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me, Daryl? Like, learn your lesson. One less thing to have to worry about getting the fuck out of there.
Daryl never
Kill
learns.
the motherfucker and get the fuck out of there. Why do you have to call them? All right, we don't want to fight anymore. Can we all just gather up in the middle and then fight?
Was Daryl annoying you in this episode too? No more than normal. For me, it was a little more than normal. Okay, so we go off.
That whole if Daryl dies, I quit thing.
Remember that? Remember that? How
Like,
it seems like 20 years
please,
ago now.
Dude, I don't know how he's still alive.
Dude, that seems like 20 years ago. Atari Dad says, can we talk about Maggie's very clean looking in practical outfit she's been wearing this whole time?
Yeah. They stopped at a laundromat. Every time she's like, I'll be back in a few.
Wash, dry, fold. Yeah.
In like,
that's one of the biggest killer businesses that has popped up in the zombie apocalypse.
The apocalypse, right?
Yeah,
Like,
dry cleaning. So we go
they
off.
all look at Negan when he's leaving.
And makeup. You see how Negan's eyes pop? It looks like he has eye makeup
like
on.
when he's like, I ain't gonna give you the chance, so I'm just gonna leave now. Like, he's not dirty. He's like wearing a new Carhartt suit.
No.
Like, you fucking kidding me? The most beat up.
Imagine
thing
a
about him is
dent.
whatever twig he picked up to pretend is a fucking weapon for some reason.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be so trivial to get to this point. But imagine the dental problems of these people. Jesus. Okay, so
he and Norman Reedus are like really good friends in real life, right? I bet he fucking hates him now. How could you fucking have done this to me? You could have warned me this was like these people sucked at their fucking job.
Jay, is this Jay? Is this Big Jay in the live chat right now? And better news, is it April 18th yet? That's a good damn question, Jay. Whether you're Big Jay or another Jay, we're hoping for April 18th. We cannot wait for April 18th. So it's a holiday for us. Off to Aaron staying alive. Off to Rosita's crew on the stairs, and then Lydia just leaves and whatever. Go where. And Rosita handles it herself. So we go off to Aaron, staying alive, holding onto a pipe with just one hand. The shit pipe breaks, and it looks like he's...
Lighter in the other hand. Fucking, why did I sign up to do another season of this show? Why didn't I break my contract? Fucking, are you kidding me?
Smoking the crack pipe.
Drugs are bad. Don't do drugs.
So he goes off to... No, Aaron's smoking crack over there, staying on the show. He needs to pay for his crack habit, which is keeping this good actor on this show. The ship pipe breaks. Lydia's coming back. She holds on. Lydia reaches, and she saves him. They get dragged out.
What? Hold on for what? Let me go get a rope. A rope is going to help you so much in this situation. Like, nothing else she could have, like... She wasn't going to be able to help him at all except like cheer him on.
Oh no,
fall to his death.
Jay, I know that April 18th is Better Call Saul Day. It's like I said, it's a fucking holiday for us. And in June something is when the final episodes air. So we cannot fucking wait. Cannot wait, my friend. Okay, so Lydia says, "I do the same for you, or you do the same for me." And Aaron's like, "Sure, I would. Of course, I would." So we go off to Maggie and Daryl and Negan with the dude ready for the trade, and they go back and forth, and this is the whole big...
we have a sniper. We
have a sniper.
You tricked us. Are you kidding me?
It was tricks. It was a little trick. I love you. I love your 90s cartoon sound effects. Ha ha! And then I have you. Gadget. Ha ha.
I must save the queen. I must kill the rent or whatever the fuck it is.
I have you. I must have the rent. You have the rent. So
I've got the rent.
So Daryl and Maggie make the plan, and Daryl calls Leah to make the trade, and blah blah blah. Daryl does the threat thing. She faces off. The video game music plays. He gives her a chance to live. No more lies, as we see the sniper shoot down on the ground. But at this point, it's already Gabriel, or we think it's Gabriel at this point. And
did they kidnap one of the children yet?
Not yet. I don't believe.
Oh, that must be a cliche from another show I'm watching. I've just figured they did that in this one too.
Probably. Sorry. I mean, have you made the advent calendar? I looked up. I was trying to find a 16-day advent calendar. I think I have to make one. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do some version of an advent calendar. I have to figure it out. It's a lot of work for a show I'm annoyed with. So I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I gotta do Walking Dead shit. What the fuck?
No, don't do it, dude. Don't do it. There's no need to do it.
Don't put effort into it.
You don't need a piece of candy to reinforce, like, your watching of this show.
No, Joe, I have this.
This is our piece of candy, Phil.
Yeah, no, we have
Ooh, a piece of candy.
We have drinking. I might make a shot advent calendar or something like that.
No, the drinking is supposed to get you through the episode.
That's true. It's true.
And then celebrate it having been finished. You having not turned into.
I have to take notes. That's the problem. So okay, so Leah is like, what promise? Maggie's like, I don't care. Blah blah blah. So basically, Leah was gonna kill all of them no matter what. And when the situation gets turned,
of course she was.
Right when the situation gets turned around. Maggie.
Oh, right, but you still want to let us go, right?
Right, and Maggie is like, "No, you guys are gonna kill me. I'm gonna kill all of you right here." And then Daryl's like, "No, you guys are leaving. That's
Negan,
it."
What would you do, Maggie?
I know
this conversation.
Right, you know what I would do, and which is weird because he gets pissed off about it later. So they decide to let.
I don't think he does get pissed off at it later.
No, he's smart about it.
He's smart about it. Like, I think he's like. Exactly my point. You see exactly where I'm coming from now. Like, We have to be on that, like, and once you make that decision on me, that's going to be it.
Right.
I ain't going to, like, be asleep in my bed and you decided, like...
And no matter how many friends I make, no matter how much progress I make, you're not going to give a shit. And you're going to do what you want to do when you have the opportunity to do it.
When you decide I said the wrong thing in front of your kid about killing Glenn...
Now, Joe, did you like that Maggie... And I know you said that if we were talking about the vomit-induced coma of the Alexandra stuff that you were getting, that this stuff was just a turd on a salad for you. But did you at least did you enjoy? Because I guess I'll say for myself, I liked the Maggie choice and the way it was filmed with the music choice in that moment. I felt like that was a singular
Maggie
good
had
moment.
Just gotten home and she had built that up once before. They'll do it again. This is the home we came back to.
Do you think Maggie did the right thing?
Anybody else? Well, I'll say this. There is no right thing. I don't see a right decision there.
And I feel
because if anything has been clear from the beginning, they sent Eugene. They sent Eugene of all people. He's the one that went back. That's kind of telling. That he's the one that came with them and led everybody back to the hilltop to talk these people into coming back. Any of the other people would have been, aside from Princess, of course, any of the other people, if Emperor whoever had gone back, or if I don't even know who else went now at this point, the lawyer chick had gone back.
You named them all.
I'm pretty sure it would have been a much easier sell.
Yeah, Eugene's the biggest dumbass of the whole team.
Right. You send Eugene because you know Eugene will tell them anything you want to be said. Because if you don't, and one of our people gets back, your people are dead, and yada yada, yada yada. Eugene's who you send.
It's because Eugene is a spineless little douche that will go wherever the wind blows. We got Muhammad in the live chat. Cheers to you.
Well, he's proved himself that he does have spine at times, and he does have.
He does, but he very much goes where the wind blows. I feel like where The Walking Dead should be good, and it occasionally will.
I just thought you meant like we were The Walking Dead.
And where it occasionally is good by accident now is in moments like the Negan's decision and to leave and Maggie's decision to kill those people in that moment. It's those small character moments where people make choices and it feels like a powerful choice is happening in the moment. It's not about the whole storyline. It's not about community versus community. It's not about soap opera drama. It's not about big action scenes. What makes The Walking Dead good for me when it can be good is in moments like that. And those were a couple of the decent moments in this episode. I enjoyed Jeffrey Dean Morgan's.
Are you kidding me? Jeffrey Dean Morgan was lying through his fucking teeth.
You mean his character?
Yes.
So what do you think Negan is doing from this point on?
Dude, did you see the cart? Did you see the cart? Did you see how much food?
He stole a lot of food, yeah.
No, he didn't. He's got maybe got a roll or a fucking couple apples in his bag. Big fucking deal. That's fine.
Yes, Jesse, they did kill our pudding eater, right, Carl.
If he goes back, do you think he's going to eat more than what his backpack is holding right now if he took anything, right?
Yep.
If he goes back. If he doesn't go back, he's not going to eat more than that. But honestly, the amount he's going to eat more than that is going to be spread out and rationed, and that's going to be over a 1-2 week period of time before that food runs out, and they're in the exact same predicament as they are.
But now they have the Commonwealth. Now they have the Commonwealth.
He doesn't know that. He doesn't know they're walking back to the Commonwealth.
He doesn't.
And so fuck that. Why would I go back and share anything that I fucking forage and gather with 30 people when I can go kill that same fucking 3 squirrels and eat them on my own? When
will we see Negan again on the show?
I hope you got out, Jeffrey Dean. You go share yourself a fucking shot with fucking Lincoln and Michonne and fucking laugh at Daryl.
Go do a good
Carol,
movie. The three of them.
Everybody, and go do a fucking.
Wouldn't that be awesome if the three of them,
like,
the three of them did like a remake, did like a romantic comedy together or something?
You know what, guys? You know what? Go do a zombie movie together.
Dude, that'd be amazing.
Wouldn't that be fucking amazing?
If they went and worked,
go sign up for Army of the Dead
Right.
Part 2.
Go work with Edgar Wright or something. You know, like go do some shit like
Go
that.
do something with Frank Darabont.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That'd be amazing. Do on HBO. Do a zombie show on HBO with Frank Darabont.
There you go. Redo World War Z the way fucking Brooks wrote it.
Done. We've got your career moves. Okay, so but I guess what I'm saying is The Walking Dead works best on a small level, on just like character decisions and moments like that, and that's what they've gotten away from. And I think they stumbled on a couple moments in this episode that I thought were actually callbacks from moments that could have worked in better altogether everything else. Like Maggie making this decision, if it was built up better, would have been a good decision. The decision itself was done well. The editing and the music choice that they made in that moment, I trashed the music all the time. I liked it. I thought it was a good music. It was this like dun dun dun. It kicked in and she like just was like fuck this, and she walked behind them, bam bam bam, no fucking around. And I actually dug the way that like was shown on screen.
Oh, you know what? I changed my mind on Negan. Negan's an idiot. Because if he had paid attention, he would have known that Maggie and all her people had already scavenged the fuck. And so haven't the Reapers out of everything, probably in a 10-mile fucking radius of where they are. So maybe even larger. And they already know there is nothing between them and the way back to Alexandria or Hilltop or any of that. So Negan, we're gonna see Negan soon. He's gonna like walk out and be like, "Oh fuck, I twisted my ankle."
Or are we gonna follow Negan alone? Are we gonna get a Negan-centric episode, like in episode 7 of this run or something? I
think he's gonna get found by the fucking fuckheads in the evil empire there.
Oh, the opposite of the
Empire.
Yeah, we're gonna get a bad guy Commonwealth. Oh, you would think he's going to end up in the Commonwealth?
Why
as well?
not? Aren't they taking over everywhere according to the
maybe?
The rest of the fucking world in the other.
But maybe they're, and I don't know anything from future stories, but maybe they're amping up because they have a rival that's like, you know, that they're at war with, and maybe Negan will meet up with their rivals and and maybe Rick's with the rivals, and that's how, and Rick will come in through Negan. I don't know. I feel like Rick might come through Negan. I don't know anything. I don't know any spoilers, but that's my prediction that Negan.
So Rick comes in Negan?
Hey, Joe, get your mind out of the gutter. I think that Negan will bring Negan will bring Rick back with to the other group. Negan will find Rick first.
So they're going to introduce an entire
Jadis.
other...
Yeah, Jadis. Like the helicopter people. We still haven't seen the helicopter people.
Oh, those aren't the Commonwealth people?
I don't think so. They're a different group with Jadis.
Are they? I don't know who the fucking helicopter people are and who the... Didn't we see Jadis?
We have not seen Jadis at the Commonwealth yet, and we would have if those people arrived and Jadis knew them. She would have showed up and said, I know these people. So we didn't see her, so that has to be a different group. Jadis and Rick have to be with a different group, not the Commonwealth, is what I'm guessing. But maybe Rick's in the Commonwealth. I honestly don't fucking know.
I don't fucking know.
Don't say you don't care.
I you know what? Like,
do you care?
Not particularly.
I know, but let's finish this.
No, because I've already resigned. I'm hoping Andrew Lincoln knows better, and they're gonna go do.
Andrew Lincoln is coming. Andrew Lincoln is coming back. There's no doubt in my mind.
Can't prove.
I'm proving
nothing.
it. I'm proving it.
Hey, until I see the movie poster. No, fuck that. Until I see the fucking rolling, I ain't buying nothing. Until I see it. I see it.
It's fucking happening.
I'll believe it, but I don't know.
It's happening. Okay, so Daryl comes over where Leah's looking, and it says, listen, I know Maggie killed all your people, and you're hiding right there, and I know where you are, but we could have had a second chance together and get your shit and get out of here before I change my mind. And will these two happy kids get another chance, Joe? Will she end up at the Commonwealth as Daryl's girlfriend? Is she one of the stormtroopers that's storming Maggie's home base? Like, will she end up by the end of I think maybe. Or will Maggie have killed her? And that's why Daryl's against Maggie so much at the...
Who's Maggie killing now?
Leah. Like...
Who's Leah?
You're such an
The
asshole.
blonde chick?
Yes, Leah, the new leader, Daryl's girlfriend.
Well, she got shot.
But she's
right?
getting away. She's getting
in
away.
the back
Yes.
with a bullet.
With a bullet. That's usually how someone gets
needs
shot.
to come out of her. What could have been like an
Arrow.
arrow,
Yeah, it could have
a
been an
bolt, dart. But we're gonna call it a bullet, right? Like, most likely that bullet is still in her back.
Probably. It might have gone all the way through.
It could have been a through and through, and you know what? It is TV, and we all
everything
know
is a through and through.
Everything, every time you get a through and through wound with a dirty fucking bullet that's
to quote Arnold Schwarzenegger from a Last Action Hero,
tied on his anal beads for however many of these fucking Reaper guys over however long.
It's just a fleshed wound. It's just a fucking fleshed wound. So yeah, I'm saying that what I was posing the question is, at the end of this whole episode, we see Daryl and Maggie adversaries, and Daryl obviously is exceptionally pissed at Maggie in this moment. I'm saying that maybe Maggie hunted down Leah and killed her, and Daryl found out about it. I'm just wondering what Maggie did to make Daryl so against her in this situation. But anyways, so
like honestly, Daryl, you fucked this chick. You put your penis in her, but then she came and killed.
I hope she came.
How many of your sister's close friends? Like, honestly.
But Daryl hasn't.
The people that your supposed sister came back with, that like have been helping your niece and other people survive, and you survive to get these goods back to them, and you're like, no, hold on, Maggie, I put my penis in her 4 years ago looking for Rick in the woods, and then she dumped me because I wanted to keep looking for my Rick.
He wouldn't clean himself.
But don't kill her.
He also
even
wouldn't.
Though she killed everybody else. Like, are you kidding me? Who can't, like?
He also
Daryl, you're a fucking moron.
He's not.
This woman killed how many of your people?
A lot, and he basically gave up on fighting back as well. So Daryl lets her go, and then he walks past.
And she took his dog.
Did she take? Last time she did. No, dog.
Didn't she?
No, she didn't take dog this time. Dog came back with them. Dog definitely came back with them.
Did dog come back with them?
Yes.
Because dog
she did not take dog. She took dog at a different time, but this time Daryl.
Did we see dog back at
yes, I saw
Hilltop?
dog back at Alexandria. I'm 99% sure I saw dog. So as we pan out, we have an emotional moment of crying. So she makes, we go to Maggie, and Maggie runs off to go find that dude Aiden, and walks in the room and sees that in the sealed room.
I was pretty sure that's where she was going back to go find. And you know what? Either way, alive or dead, Phil, we had talked about what about Aiden a couple times.
Yep. At least they remembered him.
It looks like one of these dudes got in and either got bit by
or he just died from his wounds and turned into a zombie.
Well, there were two of them in there, right? There were two zombies.
I thought there was just one, but I don't really.
Well, she killed one and then she killed Aiden.
Okay, so one slipped in fairness. But I do have to say, it's awesome to show that Maggie cares more about Aiden than she ever cared about that bitch sister Beth of hers, obviously.
Or her child that is still back at.
Oh yeah.
Fuck him. Sure you do go back, but like to go see if Aiden's alive, you kind of got to.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Joe. Alive, right?
Joe.
And
now I
don't go get him.
Joe. Now I'm 100%. I'm 100% sure Dog was there because I remember the apple scene that Atari Dad's talking about. Daryl drops the apples when
and Dog goes to. I remember it now. Yeah.
Yeah, and Dog's eating an apple. So Aiden's dead. She makes a grave for him as someone comes close. It's Negan. It looks like for a moment Negan might shoot her or kill her or attack her with a bat or something, and she thinks it. She goes for her weapon quick, and she sees she doesn't have a weapon.
No, her knife. He's like 10 feet away from her, but like no doubt she's skilled enough where she'll slowly reach back, grab her knife. Negan won't see those movements at all.
No, she's got Jack.
Be able to turn and throw it and take him down before he can advance upon her with a stick. She's got Jack.
She's got Jack Burton like reflexes.
Who?
Jack Burton from. It was like it was a poor.
Jack Bauer?
No, Jack Burton from Big Trouble in Little China when he catches the knife and he throws it back.
Yeah.
It's all the reflexes. Sorry, it was horrible. It's a bad reference. So she makes a grave for him, for someone close. Negan comes and Negan says, "Listen, I know you're gonna do what you're gonna do when you do it, and no one's gonna stop you from doing it. So I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and you gotta do this, and don't worry about that. So I'm gone." So Negan leaves, and he takes off. Who knows when the next time we'll see Negan again? I hope we see him soon because God forbid we have to deal with the other actors on this show without any Jeffrey D. Morgan to at least break it up with some him being a good actor on the show. And I don't even like the Negan character. I like Negan 2.0. I like Negan post the jail stuff. I feel like he's one of the few like consistently good performers. Him and Seth Gilliam as Gabriel, as much as I can hate the character, I think both always put in good performances. Aaron as well as another one. I know you're about to say who, but I think those three tend to always put in good performances.
Aiden?
No, not Aiden. Aaron. Aaron, the guy last season that was in the T2 episode, the Terminator episode, which honestly
Didn't he die at the beginning of last season?
No, which honestly might have given the Terminator guy helped him get the Peacemaker role. Was that role in the Walking Dead? And he's awesome.
Tell me he's
awesome
not
on Peacemaker.
Masterfully disgusting.
He's a horrible fucking one of the most horrible people,
disgusting.
like Stacy Keach level, like something that like Stacy Keach would play. Like he's playing a really
he's like
miserable
like, good job. Gun.
Yeah, amazing. Really well done. Like everything
Gunn
about
wrote this shit very
everything
well.
and great acting all around. The actress that plays Tasty from
Tasty's fantastic.
She's so great. Like I love seeing her do so because she was so good on Orange is the New Black.
Economos is great.
Yeah.
Kung Fu Master is great.
Everyone.
Dude, Mern is
I've
great.
only watched 5 episodes or so. It's 5 episodes I've watched.
V is great, Vigilante.
But yeah, excellently cast. And
dude, even the two cops, that have to deal with.
And is this
all the investigations?
Sans Roddy Piper? Is this the best performance from a wrestler ever as an actor?
The Rock has.
Oh, The Rock. The Rock. Really. Yeah. A lot of good work. Let's be fair.
Some really good from
stuff.
The Rock.
It's true. The Rock. I forget about The Rock, but
I like since Scorpion King, I haven't really. There is a cut like Tooth Fairy, like 1 or 2 bad movies that maybe aren't even that bad. They just weren't for me. But like The Rundown was great. Walking Tall was great. Yeah. He's got a lot of he's got a lot of really good movies.
Yeah, he does. No, it's funny that you say that because
Batista's got a couple good movies out right now.
It's funny that you say that about Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, because I don't always associate him with wrestling because that he's had such a good movie career that he's separated himself from the company.
It's been 20 years since he's really been a wrestler.
Right,
he has come and done a couple of
spots,
promotions, and maybe been in the ring once or twice and did some acrobats or whatnot. But for the most part, he has not been a wrestler for 20 years.
Rocky Maujia.
He dropped The Rock, and he's been Dwayne
Johnson. Santovia Major's absolutely right. Dog is the best actor in the show. We got hard hitting in the live chat.
Katie Crow would absolutely agree with you, son.
Hard hitting says, "Did Rick come back yet?" No, he's not yet hard hitting, but he will be back soon. Great to see you in the live chat. Thank you for popping on in, buddy. Off to Daryl, Gabriel, and who are talking about choices and doing it wrong, and the ninja guy, and they frown. Maggie comes back as she kills a walker with a bow and arrow. She's walking back, and they frown as the dog whines as Aiden is dead, and they talk about Negan leaving, and Daryl has his constipated squirrel look on his face the whole time.
Nobody says, even jokingly or not, I wouldn't be able to keep my fucking mouth shut. And you know how much I would talk about it on the way back? Did he? Did he really just walk away, Maggie? You killed him, didn't you? You fucking laid him out. Did he kill you? Did he try to kill you? Was it self-defense? Hey, Maggie, how many times did you hit him in the head?
What happened with Negan? Where's the hole? Did you bury him or did you leave him up?
Where's Negan, Maggie? Hey Maggie,
Did you feed him to dog?
The whole way fucking home, I'd be saying it to her. Really? And when she got home, like the first thing I was saying, hey everybody, ask Maggie where Negan is. Quick.
Jay, we'll get to all your messages at the end of the show. I promise you, my friend. We're almost done here with the recap, but we'll get to all your messages. And anyone else that has any questions or comments, please leave them at 781-990-8509. Hard hitting says Phil and Joe, lots of love, lots of respect. Great to see you hard hitting. Tons of good energy. So Daryl and Carol, they go off to Jerry and Carol, watching over all that they foresee as the night ends. And apparently, Rosita killed all those walkers on the stairs. They stopped being a problem. I love how they don't actually show how they solved anything. They just cut to like 5 hours later.
They're running across the street in the rain, and they're like, hey guys, come take shelter in here. This burned out building is fun.
For problem solved. Negan, Lydia seemed like she was the only one that was concerned for you. Carol kind of had a concerned look on her face too when they said that Negan is gone.
But everybody just kept their fucking
like, okay.
Nobody cares. And of course, why would anybody care? Anybody who really fucking knew him.
Extra mouth. And
that's exactly why I would have been hey Maggie, you got anything you want to confess to the priest?
Yeah, Maggie.
You know, Gabriel's walking. He's just a couple of steps behind us. So he's kind of slow with a limp. You guys can have some privacy back there.
Maggie, how many bullets are left in your gun? Maggie, you got any bullets left in your gun?
You mind if I look at the hilt to that knife on your hip there, Maggie? Huh?
Okay, so we go to Daryl and Carol hug again, and I love how we had that whole. Last season or whenever it was, we had the Daryl and Carol breakup episode where they broke up being friends, and everything that's happened since then like completely ignores that whole episode we had where they were just stop being friends, and they're like it's the same relationship they've always fucking had. There's like no fucking difference to it, no actual character growth after we spend like Walking Dead. Here's the thing. You spend episodes doing these like one-off episodes on these characters to show character growth or separation. Then when you come back to the main form of the group, you have the characters regress to whoever you need them to be in the moment. That's shit writing that you're having to warp your characters back to old traits and shit like that.
They still love each other. They were just having a moment, Phil. That happens. It happens in relationships.
Yeah, and what also happens in relationships is
they fucking end.
Yeah, people decide that they don't want to be friendly anymore for whatever reason.
And they leave you with their fucking with their baggage and shit, and then they go find their old friends, and they come back and they kill all your new friends, but for some reason you go, oh, but we used to be together, so please don't kill her.
Joe, you did that to me twice. Shit, now I know that was you, you fucking bastard. I like Jerry too. He's another one of these good, relatively good performances.
Oh,
sorry, this fucking thing is...
Jerry, are you kidding me? He is the biggest fucking dodo ever. Like,
yes,
useless.
but Joe, in a
everything's gonna be all right.
But Joe, Jerry is one of those characters that in a better written show, he would be an exceptionally awesome character. But it's easy to pick fun at him like that because we're at a shit show. He's fun. He's a fun character.
So nice or something. I like him and I like the actor.
Yeah, he's charming. He's charming as shit.
But like, they almost have him.
They're too aware of it.
It's not even just that they're too aware of it. They push it, and it makes him almost look slow. Just not like, and he's not, and the character is not. But it's like, it's just off-putting. There's something about it that doesn't feel right or genuine, even though I feel like the actor is probably that nice of a guy in real life.
Probably. I bet he is that nice of a guy in real life. You could see the smile on his face.
But for some reason, on camera, them being like, either just be yourself, or maybe he's not that guy and he's actually just, for some reason...
Good at playing jolly.
Good at playing jolly, so maybe that not good at it because it doesn't come across as genuine. Really, it just there's something off-putting about it.
No, I hear. But in fairness, I feel that whole way about that whole storyline with him and Ezekiel as in that kingdom. It felt very.
No, it felt very kind of stupid, like that any adult would play along with that shit in the middle of a fucking zombie apocalypse. Yes, sir, King Ezekiel. Please talk to me like we're in a Shakespearean play. Are you kidding me?
Thou art
This is the guy we're gonna listen to and take advice from. Are you fucking kidding me?
Joseph of Lineth. You will refer to me as the King Philvis, the issues guy, for the remainder of this show.
This guy has got something fucking wrong with him, and he's got this lovable fucking giant like backing his every move. I would want to kill the both of them as soon as I came across that place. Are you kidding me?
Hard hitting.
No, I'm getting the fuck away from this weird fucking cult shit that you got going on, calling this dude fucking King Ezekiel. Are you kidding? Like, no. Right from the beginning, no.
Scary shit. So hard hitting, no questions. You're not here too late. You're here at the perfect fucking time. Yes, this is the 11th and final season. They split it into 3 parts. We're the second into 3 8-episode parts that we're going. This is the second. The premiere episode of the second of the 3 parts of the final season. I know it's a mouthful, but that's basically it. I think I said it right. I think I said it correctly. Let's end this baby here. So Daryl and Carol hug. Lydia's upset about Negan. So is Carol a little bit. Gabriel and Rosita connect for a moment, and Daryl throws down a bunch of apples. Like Daryl's carrying a whole bucket of apples, and he just like tosses it down when he sees the deaf girl, and he like runs to her and gives her a big hug, and then
hey guys, you're a bunch of big fucking idiots. Didn't you hear the fucking army marching behind you? Literally 50 yards behind you with all that fucking armor on?
Nope. And so Lydia is upset with the Negan stuff. Everyone's meeting back up. They're eating food. Jerry screams. What was probably in Showtime, someone said, I think it might have been Atari Dad, said it's probably a couple of hours in Showtime, but it seems like the way they showed it, it was like a 2-minute sketch. Poor editing. And Lizard says, did the tiger eat walkers? Because a cat like that needs 3% of its body weight in meat per day. That tiger's gonna go tiger.
You know how much food they had to waste to keep that King Ezekiel's tiger alive when he could have fed that fucking place for probably a whole summer or a whole winter, one of those times. Like, ridiculous.
And we're kitty lovers here. So Jerry screams.
No, and honestly, yes, absolutely. And like, but I mean, they killed the fucking thing anyway.
Yeah, eventually they had to. So Jerry screams something is coming. A bunch of dudes on horses with looking like stormtroopers that we've seen before, come marching in with guns blazing.
Right? Where did they found a warehouse? They all have the same fucking BMX like bike armor.
Yeah, they probably
head to toe.
They probably have a warehouse.
This shit.
Yes, they probably are.
From recycled material. Did Jada bring? They were like, oh, thank you for organizing all the trash, Jada. You put it in neat renewable recycling. We happen to have taken over a recycling plant that we are going to helicopter.
Joe, you didn't say that with didn't say that with aphasia, though. You need to say that. You need to say that all messed up like the trash people talked. Like I forget. I
don't know.
I forget how they talk. Did they say, we see lightning across the wall and we know your vehicles are smelly? Like I forget how
Tukufu at the wall with the with Picard at the wall. Tukufu fell. Tukufu at the wall.
It's not Tukufu.
Picard fell.
What? There are 4 lights.
Punta Cantu with Picard. Do not fall at wall.
It's true. So with the end of our episode comes when Jerry screams. We've got Eugene running, saying, "Stop the action! I'm here. These people are organizing things. They want to help us out, and I got to introduce you to my leader." Everybody stop the fighting. We're all friends here. Stop. I want to see just one time that Eugene runs out. It's not Eugene. It's Danny McBride playing Eugene as a fucked up character. Like, I'm Eugene. I'm Eugene.
There you go, Phil. Phil, this is the lean into it, like you said. That's going the right direction for your lean that you were talking
Seriously,
about
you'd laugh your ass off if, like, at that moment, it's like, hey, everybody, it's Eugene, and Danny McBride runs out.
McBride? Yeah. If that had been actually Danny McBride, if they had done that, I absolutely would have laughed my ass off. I would have literally laughed my ass and be like, what the fuck is this? Is this a commercial? This got to be some sort of like commercial or spoof their advertisement thing. and then just go right back into Eugene.
Bridge
and then, like it never happened. Like the next cut, it's back to the Eugene.
Bridge 4 adds, is it possible that they raided Sports Authority or something to get all this sports armor? Like,
yeah.
but they would have had to raid several Sports Authorities all over.
Right. How many of these same suits are going to be available?
They have to have a manufacturer. They have to have a
Amazon.
manufacturer line. They have to have some sort of big warehouse.
They hit a warehouse or a factory somewhere that had them all stocked up and ready. Oh, look at that! Like that's like if I came across a sports store and saw that fucking BMX gear and shoulder pads, knee pads, elbow pads, fucking, I'm on it. Yep.
Oh yeah, especially in that world.
Right? Yeah, of course.
Yeah. No, I wish I still had my football pads just in case. What's up? We got Gordon Shumway taking a break from out there. Speaking of eating cats, we got Gordon right on cue. We're talking about eating a tiger, and Gordon Shumway comes out here and says hi. who's in Melmac killing cats right now? Thank you so much for popping in the live chat. And let me excuse me one second. Boom, bye. And okay, so the end of the episode, Lance comes out. Lance from the PR department comes out and gives a presentation to the community like they're getting an orientation and says, okay, if you guys want to stay here, we'll give you supplies and help you rebuild this place. It looks like you did some good stuff. This place looks wonderful, and we've heard all the wonderful things you've done.
Yeah. Thank you. Our ruined place with the bonfire of zombies in the middle there. Yeah, it looks great.
It looks wonderful. And Bridge Force says I cracked up when he first said the BMX kid. That's hilarious. Fernandez T, how's it going, buddy? Great to see you. Yes, I have talked to Tony. Tony is doing awesome. He'll be back with you very soon for some more content coming up very soon. He's just taking a temporary break at the moment, but he'll be back ASAP with some videos probably, I'm guessing, this week. But Tony's doing 100% awesome right now. Just coming off the intense Dexter season. He's probably just taking a breath before he comes out with his next awesome content.
Was it good? I'm debating whether or not I should even.
It was good. It was good.
I heard it was good.
It was good up until the last. I don't want to spoil anything, but it was good.
Again,
it was good. Yes,
I'm not watching it. You
just
spoiled it.
I did. It was good up until the last episode. It was really good.
Just like
last time.
Run. Just like
last time. I'm not going to say too much. But ultimately, what Dexter did was amazingly have two amazing series with two separate horrible endings.
Done. Not even gonna give it a shot. Not even. I'm like been sitting on the fence. I've heard so many people say, "Oh yeah, I'm watching Dexter. Oh yeah, it was great.
No, it's fun.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Dexter.
It was awesome.
I'm like, nope. And I loved the original series.
And Tony did amazing coverage of it. If people want to check that out, definitely subscribe to Teflon.
That I'll check out, but I'm not checking out the actual.
Oh yeah, no, I hear you. But it was really good. There were some good actors.
Okay.
You'd like it.
Here, let me ask you this. I hear I haven't watched much YouTube or casting or any of this.
Like casting for different things. But one last thing but yeah, Fernandez, Tony's doing awesome. You'll see him out ASAP. And yeah.
How did he categorize the final episode as opposed to No. Don't. That's a spoiler. Check out the channel.
Right, check out the channel.
Tony Teflon.
Yeah, and I was on a discussion episode with him and LMR talking about the final episode. So it is out there. If you guys want to hear some good Dexter coverage, make sure you switch over to Teflon.
What was Tony's coverage of Game of Thrones finale?
Similar to what everyone not
to the world.
Yeah, it's similar to the world.
Okay.
Bridge in the live chat, although, loves the conclusion. Who's my
so if you what I'm getting at basically was this: by watching Tony Teflon, you are not getting the Talking Dead version of
you're getting on.
You're not getting a gusher.
No, you're getting honesty.
A fanboy.
You're getting honesty.
Yes,
you're getting honesty. But that being said, people can
You're not getting our brand of honesty.
Close.
You're getting non-foul mouth laced image driven.
Well, I've done some streams, you know. But in fair, yes, it's true.
As this cast is, but you'll get a fair, balanced, well thought out, and articulated, and just fucking super good show.
Bridge says, Joe, I didn't watch it, but it tuned into the beginning of Tony's streams. Everyone loved the show. Some didn't like the ending. Here. But yeah, I know. Bridge. I do a podcast with Bridge and Tony, and I know Bridge honestly, genuinely like the conclusion. But he's the same. Like we're not the Talking Dead version of anything. You know, like we're not. None of us are gonna tell you like everything is awesome, everything's great. But in fairness. So Dexter is worth watching. It is worth watching the season just so you can see that finale and be disappointed again.
No.
No.
No. See, people watch reviews because they want good, honest reviews of things, and they trust certain reviewers and people's reviews of things. And that'll either make them watch it or not watch it. Or they'll read a bunch of reviews and be on the fence like I have, or listen. But you know what, Phil? Yours is one of the opinions, much like Tony's and Red Team over there.
Your Red Press.
These are some of the opinions that when I hear about, should I check something out? If like I know that
you know what kind of stuff that
of entertainment is very similar to how I think about a lot of things and whether or not I'm going to like it, and see a lot of the same things that I do. So when you tell me that it, like, the last episode sucks, I'm not going to invest that to be disappointed.
Right. Did you end up getting to check out any of... Okay, so this is the end of the Walking Dead episode. We flash forward to 6 months later. Maggie's at the gate, and she says, doesn't have to be this way. And Daryl says, yeah, it has to be, as he takes off his stormtrooper mask. And we end our episode at that point.
And Daryl's now...
a stormtrooper.
On the evil side again.
Yes. So we're not going to quite end things yet. We're going to talk about a couple of other shows. We got some phone messages from
Walking Dead Civil War.
Maybe it's going to be. Ooh, tomorrow is on
President's Day,
or is 2/22/22. A couple on Tuesday.
It's 2/22/2022.
Yeah, Joe, did you ever?
Not all that special.
And right now, fuck, you're so bad.
There's an extra digit in there that you're now.
So,
1922. What?
So
1822. What year are we talking about?
Everyone, feel free to ask us any question about any subject right now. We will. Joe, did you ever finish Vikings?
What?
Did you ever finish Vikings? Did you ever finish Ivar the Boneless's adventures?
Yeah, I finished it.
Lizard says...
I finished it, what? How many seasons ago did I finish that film?
Yeah.
Like, the season after Ivar was introduced?
I think you gave me a choice. You said, fuck you, Phil. I will either talk about Vikings or Game of Thrones. You pick one.
Not Game of Thrones.
Oh, no, Walking Dead. Walking Dead or Vikings. You fucking pick.
I couldn't go on with... There was a certain point with Vikings that Northman was worth watching instead.
And yes,
on Netflix.
Yes, Ian, Debbie Downer. Yeah, Joe's a Debbie Downer at 2/22/22. So let's open it up. We got a handful of messages from our good buddy Jay. Let's see what Jay was talking to us about. First message from Jay.
Hey, Joe, I was just wondering, with as much as you hate the show now, do you wish you just stopped watching when I did? Later.
Now, Joe, this is an interesting question. About a year ago, to a year and a half ago, right before in the middle of season 10, partially because I was doing a play, partially for a couple of reasons, we sort of decided individually amongst us that we were going to quit doing The Walking Dead. We were like, we want to stop talking about it. We're done with it. And then they announced the final season, and we said we're going to run for one more season. Are you happy? Like, not just, I mean, obviously we would come out here on Sunday nights when we have shows we can talk about. But aside from just the, getting to hang out and have a couple of drinks, but are you happy you're sticking with the show to the end, or do you wish you gave up earlier on it at this point?
Okay. To answer the question is, happy? No, I like this, what we do enough where it doesn't so much matter that Walking Dead sucks. But to truly, fairly answer Jay's question, it would have to be no. No, I don't wish I stopped watching it when you did, Jay. Not exactly positive at what point, but so I guess I should say maybe. Maybe I am wishing that, because if you stopped at the dumpster, then yes.
No, Joe, I have a question for you.
Yes, I am.
If you and I...
But if you stopped after the dumpster at any point from the dumpster to tonight, you stopped watching, then no, I wish I started.
Joe, I have a
well
realistic
before you.
follow-up question from what Jay asked. If you and I never did what we do, when would you have stopped watching The Walking Dead?
The dumpster. For sure, for absolute positive, the dumpster. I'd have been out. Hands down, out, done, gone. That was like, you gotta, when Rick's whole fucking bloody massacre at the fire pit, what? Like looking around after murdering that dude in Alexandria, right? Like, once that was still good times. That, and then like, it's not long after that, or maybe the dumpster was right. I think the dumpster was after that. But like,
there were still a couple of good episodes, but that was really a very, very concrete point in time when that popped into the situation. It was very specific, and it definitely
that's the shark, and that's the shark for me. Like, that's like, I would have stopped then for sure. It's been all downhill
now,
and it hasn't even been like, you know, it's just been straight downhill. There's no like,
just to quickly change the subject.
Episodes were good.
Just to quickly change the subject from Game of Thrones. I keep saying Game of Thrones. From Walking Dead for a second. Bridge mentioned it in the live chat. Are you aware or interested in the Netflix spin-off Viking series that's going to be starting this Friday? Or were you not aware of it?
I wasn't aware of it.
There's a new Viking series made by the Vikings show. It's a spin-off of Vikings. I haven't researched too much about it.
Bjorn in the Middle East?
Something like that. Or I honestly don't know. I do know that our good buddy, friend of the show, Eric Nolan, is a part of it as well, doing featured extra stuff, who's on Vikings and Game of Thrones, one of Tormund's guys. So I know a lot of the same crew and staff are working. Are you, now that I've told you about it, are you excited? Will you be checking it out on Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'll definitely be checking it out. Bridge says it takes place 150 years post the end of the series. Yeah, post the end of the series of Vikings.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I was a big fan of the first few seasons, and Ragnar really was the glue for that show.
Now, Joe,
and they did a really good job for the first few seasons.
Before we continue, actually, the night that Ragnar died, we watched that episode live at my house in Salem, and that was the night of one of our greatest arguments on screen. The famous Anthony Hopkins fight, I believe, happened after that. I'm going to end the poll right now. Was this
28 votes?
Was this a good episode of The Walking Dead? And we'll get the results in there in a second.
Stated about a third, yeah.
Yeah, so most people agree with hell no, same old Walking Dead, 64%.
See, there needed to be a third option.
Meh. What should I have put as the third option?
So you have actually, yes, it was pretty good, which means it has gotten improved, right? Because hell no, same old Walking Dead means no improvement. If we're saying yes, it was actually pretty good, is an improvement, right? So hell no is same old, and then there should have been also. No, it just keeps sinking deeper and deeper into like the shit pipe between Aiden's legs hanging from the ceiling, or whoever that dude was.
Bridge says correction. It's 100 years later. It features Leif Erikson and that kind of shit. So
going to America, was he the one? Did he go to the Americas? Leif?
I'm not sure. We'll have to find out on Friday. Let's listen to another
Greenland, Iceland.
Let's listen to another message by Jay. Let's see. I don't know if
Newfoundland.
This might have been a false start message. Let's try number 2.
For being
Okay, The Rock is awesome in like some of the movies he's been in. But to be fair, like Andre the Giant was pretty good in The Princess Bride too.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do.
But you said was The Princess Bride before or after? Because Merle said the same thing earlier about Andre, but you said since Roddy.
Yeah. Okay. Is Roddy better than The Rock?
Well, no, but what I was getting at was Roddy after The Princess Bride.
Before Roddy was first.
Alive, because we're very specifically talking about the movie Alive, correct? Being his best performance.
Who is in Alive? Like,
or They Live. Sorry,
They Live. I like him. He's good in They Live. He's also good in Main Event or whatever it is, the wrestling movie that he's in. But yes, probably They Live. For me, Piper is better as a talker in wrestling. That's his best. He's better. Him and Bobby the Brain Heenan are the two best on-camera promo deliverers ever in the history of wrestling to me. The way they can talk, the way they're
better than Macho Man.
Yes. In the sense of the way Macho's really good. Macho does probably one of the most incredible promos, but
better than Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, yes, because they're witty. I mean, I'm maybe verbalizing it wrong.
Witty, better than Pop with the wit.
Yes,
the wit.
Yes,
better than wow.
Yeah. No one's better than Bobby.
Better than Stone Cold.
Bobby the Brain Heenan. Yes,
tears on stage.
Yeah, Attitude Era was awesome, but I'll take '80s over Attitude Era. I'll take Shawn Michaels as a rocker instead of as the Heartbreak Kid over here. I'm pissing people off. Anyways, forget it. So area code 202. One more time for Jay.
In fairness, isn't having like a full-grown tiger that like I don't know, you keep on a leash and like actually listens to you somehow, and like you can like I don't know sick on people or whatever, sort of like giving up a gun or like a really powerful gun or something or some other type of weapon. I mean, it literally is a full-grown tiger. I mean, it can probably kill like
everybody in the village.
more people if it attacks a crowd than like
including you.
Then you could and maybe you could get if you had like one gun shooting at a crowd.
Now, Joe,
what gun are we talking about now? Are we talking about an AK? Are we talking about an Uzi? Are we talking about a 6-shooter? I mean, depending on the gun's just going to kill the tiger right away to begin with. Like, everybody shoot the tiger. Okay, tiger's dead now. Everybody shoot everybody else.
And also, a tiger at any point in time, no matter how much you think the tiger's trained, no matter how much it loves you. Chris Rock said it better than any human being on earth when he's talking about one of the two guys in Vegas that used to work with. What are their names? Siegfried and Roy. And one of the tigers like that worked with him for years attacked Roy, and everyone's like, "What happened? Oh my God! How could that tiger do that?" The tiger went crazy, and Chris Rock, in the Chris Rock way, says that tiger didn't go crazy. That tiger went tiger, and that's the truth. And a tiger eventually is going to go freaking tiger on you.
And the way they had that thing chained up in like a movie theater or what, like it. I find it very hard to believe that they lived with a tiger for however long, no matter how well fed they've kept it, and it didn't decide to play and maim somebody completely or bite somebody in the face or any of that shit at any point in time. He was just a big lovable tiger that knew the exact enemies to attack for some reason.
Dude, how many scars do you have on your body from your house cats?
From my house cat, right? That I raised from kittenhood.
How many?
Tiny. And like that is purring away 1 second and completely.
I still don't have feeling.
Fucking arm. Like,
yeah, I still don't have feeling in one part of my leg from when my cat bit me.
Ridiculous.
Okay,
so a fucking tiger.
So area code 202 one more time from Jay.
Since you guys brought up a whole different show, hey Joe, if you're in the mood to give shows shots again, try giving season 2 of Young Justice a shot. It's not it's not like a kiddie season like season 1 is. It's a lot more grown up. Just the themes and a lot of the storylines or whatever are a lot more adult themed. All right, and it's still an awesome show. You should really give it a shot. All right, later.
And I definitely will too. It's hard for me to give any superhero animated thing a shot right now until I get Invincible 100% out of my system. It's like I have to forget completely about that because that, and I'm not saying it's better or worse. I'm saying what it did to me for my level. I want to make sure that's fully out of my system before I judge something else unfairly against what that show meant to me personally. And that's not going to mean that show is going to do that for everyone, but Invincible was one of my favorite things I've seen in the last 5 years. Like, and it's tough for me.
Subway.
Yeah, that's Subway.
Subway
oh, fuck. Like it really is up there. And yeah, that tiger didn't eat much. It's the year of the tiger. You have to kill 2,500 pounds of meat per day for one tiger, says the real YT.
That's a lot of meat. Maybe 250 pounds? That's a lot of meat.
That's a lot of meat.
2,500 pounds.
Here we
go. They weigh 600. They eat 4 times their body weight.
And real YT says, is Invincible that good? It was for me. I'm not gonna like say everyone's gonna love it and it's gonna have the same mileage for everybody, but for me, it was one of the best things I've watched in years. It was really good.
It was really good.
So here we go, Jay. One more message.
Just to add to this debate, I think the best talkers in history, in wrestling have been, not in order, but top 3 for me. John Cena, Paul Heyman.
Yeah, Paul Heyman, Brother Love, right? But Paul Heyman, or am I incorrectly saying who Brother Love was?
And The Rock. All right, later.
I might be showing my wrestling ignorance. The Rock is definitely up there. I didn't mean to sort of specialize it just with Roddy in the brain, but I should have said they are 2 of the best. You named someone said Jim Cornette earlier. Cornette's definitely on that fucking list. The Rock, Stone Cold's on that list. Shawn Michaels and all of his ridiculosity is definitely on that list too. Jesse, the Body in his prime as a commentator with him. Everyone says Gorilla and Bobby, but when it was Gorilla and Jesse, they killed it as well. There was a lot of really great talkers. And Hulk, for all his bullshit, and you can make fun of Hulk for the way he worked matches and the way he always had to win and the way he had to do hulking out and all that stuff. But he still did a very memorable promo as well. I should have said that my 2 favorite are Roddy Piper and Bobby the Brain. Some of my favorite.
It all comes down to who your favorite. Like that was part of them being your anybody's particular favorite was how they promoted their own fights.
Exactly, and
how they made their interviews go with the best promoter of all time.
Exactly, and Piper
Gene Simmons. Mean Gene Simmons.
Mean Gene Okerlund.
Okerlund. Oh yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, Jake the Snake was another amazing talker on the mic. Jake didn't even have to work out, and he could work people over in the ring, and it was amazing. So Joe, we don't have to talk too much about it, but we mentioned Peacemaker earlier. So you highly recommend that series to anyone to watch it. Where does it rank on your superhero series? Do you like it as more than The Boys, or and I know you also like Doom Patrol and all like shows like that.
Doom Patrol season 1 was good. It kind of, I didn't, this latest season of it, I didn't even finish it. The Boys and Invincible and Peacemaker are definitely top 3.
Yeah.
Peacemaker is so fresh in my mind, and it is like the opening credits are great. I mean, you're going to want to watch them at least once.
I talked to you about a lot of TV shows, Joe, and this is the most excited I've seen you about something in a long time.
Like I was waiting up till 3 a.m. to catch it every time or whatever night it came on. Yeah, 3 a.m, Thursday mornings. I'm like waiting up to see it and shit. It was good, man.
Did you end up
West Coast time?
Did you end up giving the Tommy Lee and Pam thing a shot yet?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. Right now, we're burning through Kevin Kevin Costner's Yellowstone.
Oh, I heard good
And
things. Heard good things about that.
And we've been catching its prequel. What made us watch Yellowstone was the prequel, same creator, the guy that played Sheriff Hale, and
Sons of Anarchy.
Not Joe Hale.
No, the young Hale, the
younger Hale.
Yeah, Bill.
He's the creator and writer of Yellowstone and 1886. And I tell you right now, you might not like 1886. I think every episode has had me smiling and in fucking tears. It's really fucking great cowboy shit. They break a lot of the cliche molds that have been set in stone for a long time. There's some trope going on in some of it too, but for the most part, it's one of the best cowboy things I've seen in a long time.
Jesse in the Real White
is really good too.
Jesse in the Real White T say 1883 is really good, really good.
Yes, it's really fucking good.
This recommendation is coming from someone that's still and trashes Fernandez T. Rewind it and hear what we had to say about this episode before you say that. So Joe, one last thing I want to talk to you about before we call this an evening is the
recommendation, from someone to watch. You're right, and my word is worth shit now.
It's true. Joe, we're literally doing a Walking Dead review. Fernandez T has us dead for rights. Lawyered. He just lawyered us.
But I watch it, but I watch it so I can come here and shit all over.
Yeah, Joe watches it really begrudgingly. Fernandez. He doesn't watch it. He doesn't watch it willingly.
1883 is
good job, Fernandez.
Fantastic. It's definitely better of the two. I've only watched the first two seasons and first episode or two of season 3 so far of Yellowstone, but we've been really enjoying that for the most part as well. Just as an FYI, if you do start watching Yellowstone, there is a lot of visual animal injury and death. So whatever that means for you, whether it'll, something. If you turned off John Wick when the puppy died and didn't finish, you definitely don't want to watch Yellowstone. If you were like, the puppy died, I'm all in, let's kill these motherfuckers.
It's not a real puppy. I mean, it is a real puppy. It's not a real puppy. That's how I feel about video game characters and characters in TV shows and movies. They're not real people. They're characters in a thing.
Right.
So
kill the wolves.
Kill them all.
Skins,
yeah, and eat the meat. Yeah. Oh yeah. Skins. I got a farm. You got to
get your gold, baby.
Yeah, you got to get your gold somehow to upgrade your gear. What the fuck?
I don't hear anybody complaining about me picking all those herbs while I'm running around.
No, killing the fucking plants. Okay, so last thing, and before we call this a stream, Joe, they announced that The Last of Us is not coming out in 2022. It's coming out in 2023.
I don't care when it comes out, as long as it comes out and it's fucking good.
Do you hope another game comes out before the series comes out?
I'm still waiting for the fucking multiplayer to drop with new mechanics or new maps, or The Last of Us story mode was great, and The Last of Us 2 story mode is great, but the Left Behind multiplayer factions, the Left Behind story mode was great, but the factions multiplayer edition that they put with the first game was fantastic. Third-person shooter. I really want them to make another one companion for this game.
Let's get into the live chat for a second. Shield says would have binged Peacemaker if they'd released all the episodes. Hate waiting week to week to watch the next one. Joe, in this day,
they're all out now, so get to it.
In this day and age, forget what the hell we do here as a consumer to watch stuff. And I know we had our argument about when episodes come out, but I don't want to revisit that. But would you rather all episodes come at once, or do you like the process of waiting week to week and thinking about the episode and then finally watching the episode? Which process do you prefer? Do you prefer that Cobra Kai feeling of it comes out?
Again, we've kind of talked about this before. I'm fine with this 10 episode bullshit.
Just 10 dropping and then being done with it?
But this waiting a whole year, or sometimes, this person has a couple other things they want to do in between, so we're going to make it 18 months this time. between seasons 4 and 5 of a show you're completely committed to, like that America is committed to, and shit. Like, okay, great. You know what? How about you drop 10 episodes every 6 months so that we don't forget about your fucking shit?
Yeah, it's
like, sure, you want us to all restream season 1 so we remember what's going on, but honestly, how many people are doing that, or as opposed to like just forgetting about your fucking show to begin with?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I think it's more like the waiting and the waiting. That's what I like way some of these shows Netflix has been doing lately. They'll have the separation between the two seasons or two halves of a single season be short. They did it with BoJack in the final season. They're doing it with Ozark too. The final season just dropped the first half, and the next half I think is going to be in May. So they're not waiting.
No, but this half season shit, what are they doing? 5 episodes? 8 episodes?
No,
2 eights?
2 eights.
That's bullshit. That's we're gonna jip them by 2 episodes, call it 1 season, and make it by 4 episodes, call it 1 season instead.
Or is it 2/6?
It's still make them wait 2 years for the fucking thing. Are you kidding me? 22 episodes of an hour-long TV shows. Maybe Law and Order, that's what it was up until it's fucking finished. But all these other fucking shows, 10 episodes a year, 8 episodes now a year. And we're going to call the 2 8-episode years, they take 2 years, 1 season, because they're not full 10 episodes. Like, go fuck yourselves. Who are you fucking? You're fucking your audience. You're probably fucking your writers. You're probably fucking your cast members because you make them commit to extra and not pay them as much somehow. Like, it's not that hard to see, and it's really fucking annoying.
It's especially bad with certain shows right now.
Especially really fucking good shows. Pay these people, put the fucking content.
The Boys
up.
is one of
let us all get through a goddamn story and move the fuck on. If your work is that good, tell it, do it, move on to the
dude.
next
I love The
more.
Boys, but The Boys is exactly what you're talking about. The Boys comes out like once every year and a half for like 8 episodes and kicks ass, and then you're like, fuck, it's gone. And it's just gone. Bridge says it depends on the show. Some are awesome to binge, but I love looking forward to like primetime 9:00 slot. I agree with what Bridge just said there. There's some shows that I want to binge the whole thing. I would not want to wait week to week for Cobra Kai. I just wouldn't. Like, no. I imagine having to wait week to week, like as much.
Half an hour drama like that?
Fuck that. But something like Ozark on Netflix, I think would garner more buzz if it was a week-to-week show. Even like the way like Daredevil was.
Time to talk about it at the water cooler for the week.
Yeah, like the Daredevil series when they were, or something like Mindhunters would have been a bigger hit if people had week-to-week to overanalyze what Holden's going to do in the next episode, XYZ. But
that is a problem with the binging, is it completely eliminates water cooler talk. It takes away the things like Talking Dead or
Us, yeah. We got Pale Horse Rider in the live motherfucking chat. Great to see everyone. Thank you so much. They're doing it for Stranger Things. Yeah, it's the 3rd time that Netflix has done this same model with the final season. They're copying the Soprano, Breaking Bad thing, and Better Call Saul's doing it too, where they split the final season into 2 halves. They're doing it with Stranger Things. They're doing it with
Walking Dead.
We're doing it with Ozark. The Walking Dead's taking it to the next ridiculous level. You know, like ludicrous speed. They're like, everyone's doing 2.
That's the only way they could keep
Let's
people
do
on
3.
for this amount of episodes is to call 24 the last season, rather than be like, yes, it's only 2 more seasons. We would have been out if they were like 2 more seasons.
Yeah.
But they were like 1 more season, and they go. So we were like, 1 season. It's only 1 more season.
Yeah, I thought it would be 2 parts.
Right?
I thought it would be like two 8-episode parts that they would do something like that. But no,
this is 2 seasons.
3.
This is 2 12-episode seasons that they've locked up into a 4-year fucking deal somehow.
I also feel like when
3-year deal,
when you binge something like something like Ozark, as Bridge was saying in the chat, I feel like I love binging it. I love binging these drama series, or something like Daredevil or Jessica Jones, where it's like mysteries or whatever. But week to week, I'd remember more what happened in each episode. Sometimes when I binge, and I'm just saying, like, I'll forget middle episodes. And I'll only sort of in my memory when I think back on the season, like it's kind of cool when you rewatch something. Like when I rewatched Cobra Kai season 4, which I watched it twice around the time we did it, and then did some reviews on it. But when we watched that again, when they announced the next season and we binge watch it in preparation, shit's going to be new again because the way when you binge that, we stayed up all fucking night. We watched that.
And that's also what they want you to do, which is why they wait a year.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Because they want you to have to remember, and they give you a cryptic, shitty
recap.
Previously, in last season.
Yeah, the recap like you and me are doing.
Don't do that. But why not do it? I did do it. You didn't do it. We both did it. Oh no, take me back. Don't take me back.
Yeah, and Lizard, there is some element of YouTube creators and regular reviewers, like article reviewers, that would prefer something being in the way to do week to week so they can talk about it. But fuck that. It's more about, I think, what is beneficial to the art itself. And I think sometimes when you binge something, you just can miss some of the stuff in the middle because I have no chill. Someone else, was it you as well, Lizard, that said, like, I'm staying up all night and binging something till my eyes are bleeding.
That's what they should do. There you go. Your four. Jessica Jones should have been like 4 episode blocks. And Amazon, right?
Amazon's doing it 3 episodes at a time, and then they go to week to week.
No, it's 3 episodes to start.
And then week to week.
And then week to week. But what they should do is it's 10 episodes, 3, 3, 3, 1. Or 3, 3, 3 finale, right? So you get 3 hours each week.
Or 3, 3, 4. Or 3, 3, 4.
Or 3, 3, 4, right? But they want to stretch it out.
And you could build hype for the finale, and then actually, exactly. what you're saying is really smart because you could do 3, 3, 3, and then you have a week between. Then you wait 1 week and build all your hype for the finale.
Right, and that keeps people at least engaged in your platform for 1 month of time, which is their free trial period, right? But you launch all the starts in the middle of a month so that people forget what day and whatnot. You'll get 2 months out of people. And if you have good content and you keep doing it with all your shows,
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So we got one more message and then we'll start to wrap this up.
Would you have been happier if they had just called it 124 episode seasons and they'd have just took like hiatuses or something, in like 2 hiatuses or 3 hiatuses in the season or whatever? All right, later.
For a year on each hiatus. Each hiatus is a year though, Jay. I would have been fine if they had called it 124 episode season and played it like a regular fucking season. Start in fucking December and end in fucking spring.
It's true.
Right? Start at the beginning of the school year like everything else always did and end at the fucking, when school's getting out and nobody's watching. Dude,
think about some of those dramas back then. Like they would have 26 episodes.
Right? 22 to 26 episodes. It ran. You got a week break. It wasn't a hiatus. It was winter break because
there was a reason why
nobody was in work. Everybody was on vacation.
There was a reason back in the day that a lot of actors, like movie star actors, didn't want to do TV because it was too much work.
It was a year long. Yeah, you had to do 22 episodes.
Someone like Tom Selleck, who was on Magnum PI, had to turn down the Indiana Jones role because he couldn't commit time for Magnum PI to do it. I mean, I think there was a time like he chose to do Magnum instead, but like someone like him or Ted Danson on Cheers, who could have theoretically done popcorn more movies than they did, could only do 1 movie a year and same with like other people that starred in big sitcoms. Someone like I was just gonna name a bunch of random 80s people, but you could only realistically do 1 movie in your off season of those 2 months. Michael J. Fox initially didn't get the Back to the Future role because he had such a commitment with the Family Ties. That's why they gave it to Eric Stoltz, who eventually they went back to Michael J. Fox, and he had to just like skip his weekends, and he would like sleep while being carried from one set to the other set and shit. And because he had such a commitment with Family Ties. And I know that's a half an hour comedy, but even in the dramas, shows like Hill Street Blues, shows like Quantum Leap.
Big time sucks.
Yeah, they were
everybody.
Star Trek: Next Generation, Deep Space Nine. Those were like 20 plus. Babylon. Those were like 20 plus episode seasons. Those were like big seasons. Hercules, Xena, fucking
all of them. Everything. Up
Charmed.
Until the writer's strike.
Yeah.
Everything up until the writer's strike was that long. The writer's strike happened. They wanted more money because they couldn't do anything else. So they were kind of locked into writing for one show, and what you made is what you made. It was hard to branch out because a lot of the producers and everything were like, listen, you're writing and you're giving all these great ideas to this other show. They should be our ideas. You should be working this creativity into our program that we're paying you for. So when they went on strike for more money to make up for the fact that they couldn't get other jobs, the producers and everybody were like, no, fuck you, we're not giving it to you. And then finally they were like, okay, we'll give you more money, but now suddenly every season is worth 10 and you can go out and you can work for someone else for the other half of the year, because we're only going to employ you for half a year now.
Yep. And yeah, Nicholas, great minds think alike. So everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Joe and I will be back next week to talk about The Walking Dead again. We're somewhat thinking we may want to start watching the episodes the week that they actually release. But
from the apps. Yeah.
But
so we'd be on episode 2 tonight.
But I don't know. We'll think about that. Maybe we'll do that for like the final episode of the season, and like do the second to last week.
I might just do it to free up a little bit more time on Sunday, Phil.
Honestly, Joe, that's why I do it. I watched it last week first and took my notes so I could just rewatch it again on Sunday without thinking about it and just watch it.
Yeah, I might, just because like there's some other shit I want to watch now on Sunday nights.
No, I hear you, but for you, I want to get your raw reaction. I don't want you to stew for a week. You'll be like, oh, I don't know what happened. I don't know what fucking happened. What the fuck happened? I don't remember. Yeah, it's already hard to get anything but like, oh, it just sucked. Shut the fuck up. No, Joe. You're watching it every night. Because even though I watch it the first time, I'm still watching it right before we go on. You have to watch it right before we go on. There's only 7 more weeks, Joe. Only 7 more weeks. Holy shit. Fernandez T at the end here giving us the super chat donation. Let me pour
coming in at the finish line.
Let me spin the wheel for Fernandez T and see where it lands. Thank you so much, Fernandez T, for that super chat donation. Let me get our sound effect here before we call this a live stream. Where is that shit?
It's right there, dude.
No, it's
up one. Down one. Down 2.
It's right there.
There it is.
It landed on both take drinks or shots.
Okay.
Okay, everyone. So everyone, wherever you are, let's take a shot for Fernandez T. Fernandez T is just being very thankful that it didn't land on any musical action that I had to do. Shot, puff, pass. Thanks for no spoilers for those shows y'all seen and recommended. No whammies. Thank you, Santivia Major, for knowing where that came from. 1800 vodka for me. Toast to you. Thank you, Fernandez T. All that means so fucking much to us. We cannot thank you enough for those super chat donations. It means more than ever. No whammies. Stop.
Oh.
So if you guys enjoyed this nonsense, we'll be back next Sunday to do it all over again. I will be on sometime later this week on Phil the Issues Guy on Twitch. If you haven't yet and you enjoy some random video game streams, make sure you follow me on Twitch. Joe might pop over there at some point as well. So make sure you follow me over there, Phil the Issues Guy on Twitch.
Do it now.
We just got the affiliate bullshit there. So Joe and I might actually do some podcasts over there as well. We can't simulcast, but we might do, we won't do our weekly podcast will always be on YouTube, but we might do a couple of side podcasts here and there, especially with the Amazon series, because Twitch has a watch along, like a watch party option. So we could you could come by. You could come by here, and we could actually do a live watch of anything on Amazon. So like when The Boys comes on, for the first 3 episodes, I'm gonna do a binge watch, live watch of it. So maybe I can get you to come over for that, and we can both do that live on Twitch.
Yeah.
So
I'm a member of Prime, and I watch a lot of Amazon Prime TV, and I have 4 Kindles and Fitbit shit.
Prime is
Google, just buy them.
Here's
the thing.
Prime
Amazon
has some good series,
sucks.
but the TV series.
Company.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm talking about the TV series that Amazon is producing right now. They produce
really good shit.
Some really good shit. Some really good shit.
I'm still pissed at them for not giving us more Tick, more Jean-Claude Van Johnson.
Oh, JVD.
There's some other shows that got canceled along the way too. But
the Tick.
Netflix.
The Tick is the biggest one for me.
They cancel a lot of great shows, these 2 fucking streamers that like have no business being canceled whatsoever.
Real YT's like, no Twitch, I can't watch. That is all right. I just wanted to put it out there that I have been doing some streaming over there, and we'll always keep all of our main action over here. But if anyone wants to check me out,
get a little side boob,
I'll be over there doing some side. So, but if you haven't already and you enjoyed this stuff, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. What's Pale Horse Rise? You have a Cash App, Phil, so YouTube doesn't take anything. I don't have a Cash App, but I do have a Venmo. Is @IssuesGuy. If anyone wants to, if I don't advertise that shit too often, but if you do want to not have YouTube get a cut and make any sort of donation, it's @IssuesGuy. And if you're curious of the picture to make sure it's me, it's a picture of Quark. Of Quark from Deep Space Nine with toilet paper, and it's just the Issues Guy.
We will never solicit you personally through any of these apps. So if you ever get a message that says, "Hey, can you give us money over here?"
It's not from us.
It's not from either one of us. At all.
No, it's not. It might be from my dog, but
they've been able to duplicate accounts and get money from people pretending to be others. The accounts look real, so just beware of that, guys.
Yeah, let me make sure.
We will never ask you for money.
Oh no, absolutely not. Let me make sure that's my fucking thing. I want to make sure that's my name. I'm gonna make sure that's my name. Yeah, it's @TheIssuesGuy on Venmo. It's a picture of Quark from Deep Space Nine. So if anyone wants to give a non-YouTube cut oriented type donation, I will happily say thank you more than anything right now. Okay, it's better to super chat through Venmo. Venmo's better. I mean, I'll take a super chat any day of the week, and we're lucky to get them. And we'll never ask for them, but we'll always fucking take them and appreciate it. Especially now, Joe knows how poor I am right now. We'll take it. But
it's a little bit more interactive for the show during shows when it comes up because we see it in the chat. I don't know if we see it during Venmo, like come through on Venmo.
Right, but when it comes to YouTube, takes like 20% of that a super chat. So Venmo obviously is no fees. It's directly just you helping the show out. So
20%.
Fernandez, super chats are fucking amazing. Never say no to super chat, but YouTube does take a cut for sure. YouTube takes a cut. We're not going to pretend YouTube doesn't take. I think it's 20% that they take.
YouTube takes your soul.
Yeah, they do. But we're out here selling it, motherfuckers. Thank you guys so much for the support you guys give. Seriously, right now it keeps me being able to do this and Joe being able to deal with me. So everyone, thank you so much. We'll be back next time.
Thank you.
Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Love you guys. Talk to you next time. I gotta take one more shot while we're here. Oh, it's 30% bridge? It's fucking 30%.
Ooh, fuck that.
Bastards.